Yes, the tabletop.
Why does my mic keep muting itself?
I don't know. You sound all clear though.
Do you have a mute button?
Yes.
That might be
That
it.
didn't even work.
I thought that was me for a second.
Yes.
I shocked myself. Or you shocked myself. Can you guys hear like the squeaky ass chair and the keyboard and?
No.
No.
Your shit's got
Not
really
real.
good noise suppression.
Just a little bit loud, but I can turn you down because I have you at 135%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had you
Apparently
at
I had
180
the-
before, so I had to turn you down.
Definitely tell
Just-
you're on a new mic or something.
No, I just apparently I had the gain all the way down on this and didn't realize that for how long.
That would do it too.
Probably a year and a half, whenever the fucking old campaign was.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, you just sound bassier. Like you
Hey,
sound like you got a new
It's
mic.
not my fault that I work with a lot of black people and they called me a wigger now.
What? That's a crazy start to my stream. I apologize for that.
Hey, I didn't say with the N, it was with a W.
I was gonna say I just
Sam.
ended mine.
Sam,
I
Yes,
said
they do
Sam
call
is
me that, by
racist
the
in
way.
chat.
any part of that, what does any part of that have to do with us talking about Cosmic sounding
Oh,
bass?
no, this
I
is
said
because
Sam
of
is racist. in
Sam literally just be saying random ass
Oh.
shit.
I
I
didn't.
mean,
Yeah, no, it has nothing to do with what you guys are talking about. It's all because of Cam.
I heard none of y'all's conversation other than that, and that just really threw me through a fucking loop, Sam. You can't just come out of pocket like that.
I mean, that's what they call me.
I don't think anybody was ready for that.
That's what happens when
Dusty
you work in
Romanov,
Highland.
the return. My God.
I'm a dead man, but I'm an alive man. Now I'm kind of a half dead
Oh my
man.
God. We have an elephant?
Yes.
What an elephant, dude.
You were on the boat, or else
Uh,
you would have got to know Dusty
why
really
am I
well.
muted again?
Your character was
Me-
just sitting on the boat the whole time. So.
Yo,
Also,
Yeah, I'm the
For my
elephant.
mini, you can just grab any like male elf. That should be fine.
wizard male? Or are you not wearing
Yep.
robes, right? Or are you wearing robes?
I'm wearing leather.
Let
fuck
me
did you tell
find
me?
my character.
But it doesn't need to look accurate. I'm going to make a mini at some point.
I found my character. Yeah, I don't have a server list either right now.
You guys are just sharing issues.
Failed to find any server. Steam might be down its head.
I mean, we're in a server.
That just happened to Cameron too.
Yeah.
Cameron, didn't you just
Restart
reset?
your game. Restart your
Alright.
game and then try it again. I think it has something to do with like the first launch of tabletop or something.
Yeah. Hey, there it is. If I can remember how to spell, I think I'm joining. Yes. I don't have any story made up. Well, I did have story made up, but I've lost all of my.
I got you a figure here, Cam. I'll just set it down here.
Cool.
Put it on your pink thing. Whoa, that sounded.
My pink starfish.
Your pink, yeah.
So it's either that or your head.
Well, which one?
Well, Cam, I don't think his upper head is pink.
Depends if his brain is exposed.
I just don't know what I did, but okay.
You
Blindfolded myself.
Hit B.
Backing buttons trying to type.
Alright. It looks like everybody's in. If everybody's here, I can start with the recap.
I'm not flipping the table.
Yeah.
I love that.
And the watch together is sent, and I will start with this long recap because it's been a minute.
You're a bad influence, Grim.
So last session, the characters were led out of their cells and relayed information by the AI systems running the prison. They were told a marketing bot called Bright Eye, a new AI funded by the Federation. They were told about a marketing bot. Explained how they were selected for a new program, one which employs prisoners to explore the cosmos and document alien worlds. They were given their gear back and met each other, then led to their clunky ship. They got their bearings in the ship while being bombarded by Good Food Company ads, which there is conveniently always a screen popping out to display. The crew checked the command center and picked one of the 3 planets available to warp to. These planets had been documented but never explored or scanned on the surface by the Federation. The planet they chose is low gravity, medium biolevel, and high oxygen with a fire volatility warning. The planet was said to have high fungal activity with giant columns, rolling hills, lakes, and rivers. The crew met S4GE, known as Sage, the ship's AI system, which is able to detach as a small drone. Sage told the party more details and mentioned how their drone form is what does the scanning while on foot on the planet.
Commiserating.
Scan. The crew then activated the wormhole drive and arrived near the planet. They got an SOS ping somewhere on the planet and followed its coordinates to the planet's surface, seeing a medium-sized brutalist concrete building next to a river and a few large fungal columns. They landed and searched around, finding a small drop of wellspring ether that Sage vacuumed up, telling the party they are now at 50% capacity for their ether batteries in the ship. The crew...
Yeah, Blink-182. I don't listen to much anymore. It's my favorite band of all time. That's my one thing. Is I could probably name every lyric. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
Them were intact, one containing a drained Sephi, barely clinging to life. The Ub-Gub and Ub-Goliath were attempting to break and get inside a large vault door in the other passageway, using their acid to destroy the keypad and thick metal door. While they were doing this, the 3 others gathered information in the larger tube room. They read some documents on the terminal, and they learned a few things by inferring. I think it was actually just only 2 of you guys, because now it's 5. But either way, the 3 others, they read some documents on the terminal, and they learned a few things by inferring the non-corrupted dialogue. This facility is owned or at least working with the Brass Cartel. They are attempting to research the Sephi's methods of absorbing wellspring ether to make wormhole travel more efficient. Then from some cracks in the ground rose ethereal...
Have you ever heard the tale about Dark Plagueis the Wise?
And grim in appearance, with a vague humanoid silhouette from the shoulders up. Almost immediately, Dusty shot one of them. Almost shot one of them. The shot figure reeled in pain and begged for ether. It got angry and charged at the group. The party, now slightly split, head into combat with the etherized figures. While this is going on, an unknown character finally experiences the light of being awake after some time. You wake in a cold, tight, cryogenic tube, warm gas spraying you as 2 needles are injected into both your sides. The fluid injected inside stimulates and shocks you back to reality, shooting you upward, now sitting up and seeing the insides of a ship you remember being on some time ago. You see a bunch of other empty cryogenic containers, and you start right over here on the little mini-map.
On the little mini map.
On the bottom right here, of the ship.
Oh, who's in our ship?
Oh, no, our shit.
And wherever your figure is, I can drop you to where you're at. I don't know where he is though.
You just to prove you're ballsy, you gotta flip the table the next time we have our session.
Look up right here. This row right here is a bunch of cryogenic tubes, and basically this is happening about 5 or 10 minutes before what just happened at the end of the last session. So yeah, Cam, describe your character.
All right. So my character's name is Leatris. From the Outer Realms. Worked a lot with mining companies. And was deeply entangled in essentially trying to screw over the Federation. He's got really short white hair, spikes up, and he's got very sharp, symmetrical features. Kind of looks like Lord Voldemort with a fucking nose.
Interesting.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a look around.
Sure. So I can
How
kind of
good
describe
is my
your
vision right now?
Oh, sure. So, as you're kind of feeling the intense pain from these two shots on your sides, you kind of then rub your eyes. Your vision is a bit blurry, but pretty quickly it gets back to, and you feel almost like over-energized for a second, like this synthetic adrenaline or whatever was injected in you really got you back to it right away.
Okay, do I see that food? Because I want to eat it.
So you rush and kind of sit upward in this cryogenic tube, and you see the room here, the living room space, and over here, from what you remember, this is an all foods branded food dispenser. So right now it's just a screen, and basically you select or type an item in that you wish to be generated for you to consume. But you don't see any food laying out right now.
Okay.
But you're very hungry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get a spaghetti dinner.
All right. You're gonna type in spaghetti into the screen.
I misspell it. I forgot the H.
Oh shit. Okay. Hold on 1 second. All right. When you type it in wrong, it gives a suggestion, and there's also autocomplete as you're typing it for the correct spelling, or you can generate the incorrect spelling.
Okay. I will generate the correct spelling. That I'm gonna eat.
All right. So the machine starts humming, and
That is such a great reference, genuinely.
bang inside the machine, out rolls a plate of what looks to be glistening spaghetti. But as you might remember, which I won't say yet because maybe you don't remember. But yeah.
Hmm.
You know it's not poisonous, I'll say that.
Yeah, I wouldn't remember shit. I am going to look around. Do I know what kind of ship I'm on? Who owns this ship?
So from what you make a history check just based on you may.
I'm so high right now, genuinely.
Can't think of right now.
20.
You mean amnesia?
Amnesia, exactly, yeah. Alright.
Got you.
So you know that this ship, well, at some point maybe wasn't, but is now owned by the Federation. Basically decommissioned ships from other projects. This one could have been like a personal use ship or a commercial use. It widely varies, but its size kind of suggests it wasn't anything very intensive, and it's quite old. But there are signs of it being refurbished in very specific ways, like the more modern food dispenser and other areas that you might notice later in the screens and such.
Okay. Well, I'm starving. I'm gonna quickly eat, and I'm gonna try to get out of this room slowly, because I don't know where the fuck I am.
When you eat the spaghetti, it has the texture of Jello. The imagery of noodles does not actually exist in the form. It looks like the shape of noodles in this mound, but when you dig in, it just cuts all the way through without resistance, and it's all just basically a clump. And it tastes vaguely like spaghetti.
I can't believe you firebombed me last session, by the way. That was very mean.
Fucking disgusting. Okay, I'm leaving this room.
But it does fill you up.
Mm.
And as you said, you wanted to slowly exit the room. As you do so, you enter a hallway with a door directly in front of you. and then 2 doors on opposite ends.
There's no one else in the hallway.
You don't see anybody in the hallway now.
Do I hear any noise?
Make a perception check.
A 7.
You don't.
I have to play D&D super baked, honestly. I gotta remember to do a Russian accent. Holy shit, I forgot.
All right, I'm just gonna go to the closest door then. I'm going across the hall.
All right. You enter this room, and you kind of get a glimpse of the past, recognizing this as the exit. Basically, a decompression chamber and like an air chamber to safely exit the spaceship. Other than that, it looks like a storage room.
All right. Well, there's one more room in here. I guess I'll go and check that room. Slowly.
You see the other door, and you check this one slowly, and it looks to be a bedroom. And in fact, you
It was pretty fucking sick.
This bed used to be yours, and you always got annoyed when you were laying on it and someone took a shit right next to you.
Are there any bags in here? Like, does it look like people are currently on this ship?
It depends if any of you guys left any of your equipment in the ship. Would anyone have done that? I know it wasn't really mentioned.
No. No.
2 daggers, basically.
There was something carved on a wall.
You carved something on a wall?
Yeah.
Oh, right. You wrote like Goran is here or something, or like
Yeah,
Goran's bed. No
yeah,
taking back.
Yep.
Yeah, purchasing.
Okay, well
There you go.
that's
I
exactly
cleaned my bed.
So I wouldn't even require an investigation for this. You enter the room, and kind of as you scan it, you see
I'd say that right now, but RP is happening.
what does the message say?
I'll get to it, I promise.
I think it was just my name and like a cross under it. Like,
I just seen it. I do, yeah.
All right.
Goran.
You see Goran, G-O-R'-U-N, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it's funny if it's in all caps. So you see that there with the X in the corner there, and the bed looks like Goran is massive, and he was probably kneeing on this desk as he was carving it. So the bed is also disturbed. The sheets are moved.
Okay. I'm assuming if I were to use that exit right now, I'd die.
That's a fair assumption, but it is, from what you remember, like an air chamber. So it's one exit here and then another exit. Basically, you enter this and then exit. So
Not
you
gonna
would be able
chance
to
it, I'm
enter.
clumsy.
Oh no, that's fair. There are certain
Okay.
things that you do remember like that because you had made contact with it quite a bit.
I was gonna do something funny, but I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna say I'm gonna take a shit, but I'm not doing that. I'm gonna walk back out, and I'm gonna go to the presumably the front of the ship. I'm just going to turn right as I walk out.
All right. You enter the command center and see 3 screens here in the commander chairs, or whatever you'd call that. And in the center of the room here, you see this console that has like a 3D effect in the air, a hologram of basically saying the location that you have now arrived at, mentioning that you have landed on planet NL 405, and it reads off the biome of hills, fungal columns, lakes, biolevel medium, gravity low, atmosphere high oxygen, fire warning, breathable, etc. And also giving the coordinates of exactly where you landed.
Okay, so am I on a planet right now then?
Is that what you're asking to yourself?
Yeah. Say I'm currently like landed on a planet. Is that what it says?
That you could definitely infer that, yes. basically like saying like destination reached, and it's mentioning a planet with chords.
So that means I could technically leave the spaceship.
No, I'm chilling. I'm good. I'm very high though.
That's scary. Is there any teleportation technology in here?
You don't
I am still a little burnt from that.
from when you were around. And in this room,
okay.
you can give me an investigation check to look around.
Nice. 10.
The only form of teleportation technology here is the wormhole technology that the ship uses to travel with.
He's just gonna leave us here.
And shortly, as you are standing here, a monitor pops out from the ceiling. And you see it pops up on the screen a little jelly gummy mascot of a little chef. And the Good Food brand pops up in all caps. Good Food, skewer form, inspired by the timeless act of putting food on sticks. Each unit is a smooth, chew-stabilized blend of organic matter and savory impressions.
Ugh.
Flavors vary by zone. Sticks sold separately. All good. Better than real.
Was that company around when I was last awake?
Yes. But their mascot has gone through an artistic change and become a little bit more simplified.
Okay. I'm turning back around. It seems like all information is pointing towards me being on a planet. So I'm going to go back to the exit.
All right. And you're walking to go inside of the decompression chamber?
Yeah, is there any way for me to be able to see out to ensure that I'm on a planet?
Once you, I would say you can get a glimpse. If you like kind of peer into the entrance here, you can see, you could get a view. And once you're there, you do see that there is light and land and grass.
Okay. I'm going out then.
All right. And as you exit, the chamber that you're in scans and alerts. Passenger not logged. Scanning. And a little probe pops from the ceiling and quickly jabs into your neck, takes a sample of your blood, and maybe
Wow.
something else happened.
What do you mean?
Nothing else happened. Registering. Wait. 35 years. Register. Blood type. AB. If that exists.
Oh God.
Elf. Previous sentence. Documented. Auto-completing entry into exploration program. Register. And with that, a screen that's in the room lights up blue, and you see a simple face, a line and 2 dots. Hello, I'm Bright Eye. Thank you for joining the exploration program. We appreciate you trying to better the world. The world's! Now please, join your friends.
Who the fuck you talking about? Can I talk to this thing?
Yes, the ones you met before you departed in the ship. Yes, you went through and talked to the main system. Got your equipment and everything, yes?
I don't know. Do I have my equipment?
You have your equipment, but you have no idea what they're talking about.
I don't even know who they are. Who the fuck you talking about?
There are 4 volunteers. Estimated distance 255 feet, averaged out in north by southwest and it gives some coordinates. It's basically relaying the exact position of all of you guys. You guys don't know that, but it kind of goes through and mentions that they are nearby. Continue mission. Protect the probe. Protect Sage.
I have no idea what the fuck you're saying. Just let me out.
And the doors open, and you get a view now of the environment in front of you. Long, tall, green grass, and a few fungal columns like giant prototaxites in the distance, and a river to the right of you, and ahead of you, a brutalist concrete building. And you hear shouting going on inside. And then a gunshot.
Fuck was that? I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself and then run towards
All right.
the gunshot.
And with that, basically the first round of combat will ensue. And I'll just say to expedite it, once the first round of combat enters, you will start with your initiative roll, basically whenever that happens on the second turn, and be here at the entrance.
Okay.
And with that, because basically, as we left the first session of combat, literally just started as the Aetherized figure was shot. So now going back to everybody else, let's switch this music up here.
Good luck, everybody else.
Alright, finally get to play this shit. Okay.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Alright,
So,
everybody
switch over.
roll initiative.
Fuck yeah.
I could
This
tell
is not
off
including you, right?
the first synth what it was.
This is including you, because it'll just be plugged in basically after in the second round. If you decide to fight, but obviously
I'm trying to open a door, but I'll still be part of it. If I just hear noises or cries for help. Maybe.
How in the fuck did I roll a 26 on initiative?
How the fuck did you roll 26?
20 plus
How the
6?
fuck did you roll a 3?
Wait, seriously?
Oh, I'm pretty sure I
Right.
have.
Wait,
Oh,
why
that's
both of us have plus 6 initiative? Fuck.
I have proficiency with initiative. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, you know what? I think I do too.
Dork?
Because there's no other way for me to have plus 6.
Yo, I just have an initiative. What?
Will I get to use the first round to prepare more stuff?
yeah, I'll say like in those 6 seconds you can do whatever other action economy you want to do. I'll say at this point, like you've been able to run, but it's about another 30 feet. So this turn, which actually is going to happen right now because you're at the top of initiative. So
Oh,
good
cool.
time to ask it. So yeah, basically you're 30 feet away from the door, right? 30 buckwheats, and yeah, what do you choose to do?
Okay, I'm gonna use Blade Song as a bonus action. Gives me +4 to my AC. My walking speed is increased by 10 feet. I have advantage on acrobatics, and I get +4 to my con saving throws for maintaining concentration. Then
Alright.
where the fuck is my? Oh. As an action, I'm gonna cast Blur on myself.
All
then
right.
I'm gonna keep moving.
All right. And you're gonna use your 30 feet of movement. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I have 40 feet right now.
Okay, so you're gonna
Because
use
of
40
Blade
feet of movement. Okay, so then you
Yep.
will end up right like in one of these squares, whichever you want. In that area. All right, and that's your turn. Okay, specimen. You see, well, specimen. You hear the scuffling, and you just heard a gunshot reverberate, and you also now hear someone running here on this broken glass and other material near the entrance, because it is very close to you.
Is there a person named Specimen?
That's Sam.
I'm just trying to open
Okay.
the door because realistically, I don't know what battle's happening.
But yeah, so what I basically was saying is that you heard a gunshot and like yelling in the other room.
Yeah, there's a gun.
But yeah, if that for your character, if that doesn't mean that there's fighting, I'm totally fine with that.
I'm
So you're gonna keep going on the door.
Yep, I think I've got through the layer of metal, the layer of plastic you said, and I was on this
Plasticine, yeah.
Yeah, and I was on the third layer, wherever that one leads. So I was just trying to use my acid breath to melt that third layer.
All right. Yeah. So right now you're about 1 inch to the door. You can see you're making like a fairly good hole.
Am I able
But
to
in
see
these
the other
6
side?
seconds, what?
Would I be able to see the other side even with that small, very small?
Oh
hole?
no.
Okay, that's fine.
But you can make a D100 roll as you attempt to do this maybe a bit quicker.
Nope.
All right.
I think that answers it.
You continue the same process as it took before, so you basically don't see anything removed yet, as your acid is not super volatile, but it's melting it metal very slowly.
That'd be the end of my
And
turn.
alongside that, you heard someone entering, running on this glass here.
Oh, it takes.
Not my concern.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. The etherized figures are up. And this one here is going to go for, it's going to poke you, Goran. And 7 will miss. It is going to walk through you. And as it walks through you, it leaves a trail. And the trail like that. And you're kind of all around you kind of see this foggy plasma-like pink and blue shimmering and fizzling and popping all around you right now. All right. This one's also going to go for a touch. Horrible roll. It's going to dash. It's going to dash. There, I forgot that other trail. That's fine. Having them be this many with the trails is probably a horrible idea, but I've committed to it at least for this first round.
I mean, it's there now.
Okay, just enough. And it's going to go for another touch on you. or this one is. 16. That'll hit. Looks like DC 11.
You're talking to Goron or me?
Gorn.
Yeah, that ties, so it hits.
All right. You have AC. What's your AC?
11.
Oh, I got a 16, so I was confused. Okay.
Oh, I thought you said 11.
Oh, did I? All right. So damage.
Or maybe you were asking if 11 was correct.
I was asking if 11 was correct. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was.
All right. That'll be 8 radiant damage, and the two that approached you, Dusty, aren't attacking because they dashed to get to you.
Okay.
But don't worry, they'll attack you next time. And with that, Dusty, you are up. You see these streaks, these like the whole room in front of you guys is like filling with these trails of blue and pink.
Does it look
Kinda
like
looks
to be
like
of
mini
ether?
nebula.
No.
Does it look like ether?
Yeah.
It does have the same color scheme as ether. Yes. Similar in its like volatility.
Okay. I'm going to first, just so I can enact something else, I'm going to use a bonus action just to second wind. I gain 1d10 plus 5 HP. I won't roll it because you see my health. I'll take the 1, but whenever I activate my second wind, I can move up to half my speed without provoking opportunity attacks. So, am I able to move by this chair? So I'm a small creature.
Yeah, you're a small creature. You can definitely move like through that space.
I'm gonna... Oh, this also doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. I don't know if I said that. Sorry.
I think I honestly inferred that based on you using it there. But yeah, okay, cool.
I'll stand here next to Tongue Log, and I'm gonna take a shot at figure E.
Alright.
16 to hit.
That'll hit.
And I don't gotta roll misfire, do I? Unless it's under the amount. Sorry, it's been 2 weeks.
You only roll misfire if it's the number below.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. And with the hit, it's going to enact my mastery. So if I hit a creature with a pistol and deal damage to it, well, unless I don't do damage to it, but I have advantage on my next attack roll against that creature before the end of my next turn.
Okay.
So 7 damage, and both these two need to make a dex. Sorry, 1 second.
Because it's within 5 feet.
Yeah, dex saving throw. Everything
Dex
within
save.
5 feet of the target.
Okay. One got a 15 and one got a 7. I'll say the 15 is E, 7 is D.
Pass and fail.
And fail. Alright.
Okay, so 1d8 fire damage. 3 fire damage. I'm going to take my second attack at advantage. That'll hit dirty 23. 12 pistol damage, and well, I need another dex.
Which I believe is piercing. I know they're reflavored,
Yeah.
but to not overpower them, they're not going to be like force or lightning damage right now, at least.
Yeah, I sort of
there will be
assumed
ones
my
later.
pistol's gonna be. There was 2 different choices. I went with like the
Oh,
bolt.
yeah. Yeah, with either decision right now, they're not going to be any of the other damage types, but
For sure.
just whatever they were initially. And 12 on that. All right.
They both got 12, or just.
You said no. You just said it was 12 damage. I saw.
Oh yeah. Sorry, they got to roll dex again.
Oh, okay. 17 and a 10. So I'll
Okay,
say the
so
same order.
1 fails. Ooh, max damage, 8 fire damage. You know what? Fuck it. This doesn't say it's a bonus action. You can just use action surge whenever, if you have it.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm action
For free,
surging.
free action.
One for short rest. I'm gonna take another shot. That'll hit.
All right.
13 damage.
13. Okay. As you do that, you shred this etherized figure, and it falls, but its trail is still there.
Okay. And then, sorry, the deck's on the other guy.
All right. 11.
Nice. This is a fucking good turn. Damn. 2 fire damage.
All right.
And that will be my turn.
All right. Tongue lock, you're up. Tongue lock.
I was muted. My bad. See, I was kind of hoping they were a little more. Alright, I'm just gonna stab the figure C right in front of me with my dagger. 13 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 2 damage.
All right.
To be honest, I think that's about all I can do. Yeah.
All right. Any other movement or anything?
No, I don't want to move. Trinity attacks with a bitch.
All right.
Spells.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's it. My bad.
Okay. Goran, you're up.
All right. So, is the trails, is that like
Oh.
hindering us?
And thank you
Like,
for reminding me that, because you're starting your turn in it, even though you didn't consent to that.
Yeah. I didn't say yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. No, just wait. Never mind.
Oh.
Go ahead. So the trail, yeah. So it is blurring your vision slightly. You're not able to see as well through it,
Okay.
and it smells a little sweet.
That has me confused and a little intrigued. Goran likes sweet. So, Goran, you see him grab the big, like it's the top of a sledgehammer, pretty much. He kind of grabs that from his chest, pulls it out from the socket, raises it above his head, and I'm going to slam it down on figure F.
All right.
18 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. It's going to be 13 bludgeoning. And then as a bonus, Goran is going to cast Thunderous Smite. So, my strike rings with thunder. It's audible within 300 feet of me. And the target takes an extra 2d6 thunder damage. And if the target's a creature, has to succeed on a strength saving throw, or it's pushed back 10 feet and it goes prone.
All right. It is pushed back 10 feet, but it cannot go prone.
Okay, so 9 for the thunder damage.
All right. Good shit. Looking pretty hurt.
All right, that'll be Goran's
I mean,
turn.
I'll say that some of the lights, the flickering light, the blue and pink fades slightly, but you don't see like wounds or anything. All right, and back up to the top is it Leatris? Leatris?
Yes.
Leatris.
Leatris.
All right.
All right. First things first, I'm going to cast haste on myself.
All right.
It's going to increase my AC by 2. I get an extra action every turn, which I have a question about that for you. And then it's going to double my move speed for a minute while I have concentration. The question about the extra action every turn, does that apply on this action, or is it the next one? I know every DM's different.
I mean, honestly, I would assume it happens when you cast it. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
And
I'm
also
gonna-
just make a free perception check, like a no action cost, to get your
Okay.
bearings here. What you can observe, because obviously you don't see what's going
19.
on. Okay. You hear like a like a loud exhaling of gases to your right.
That's right.
And other than that, you hear multiple. As you're running in, you hear like 4 gunshots and smashes and strange sounds coming from presumably the room to the left. And you can't really see much other than that where you're standing now.
Okay. I understand if you can't tell me this information, but do these gunshots sound like Federation like standards, or are they like different?
I can answer that since it's a crafted gun for my thing. They sound literally, in Star Wars, the fucking like bolts. So
Sounds like
probably
a blaster?
yeah.
Okay.
So most likely, if you know Federation gun specifically, you would know that it wouldn't sound like that.
Okay. All right. Well, with my hasted movement speed, I am going to make my way this way. That's 25 feet of movement. Get to the door. Is the door open?
The door is open, yes. And ahead of you,
Okay.
you see all this going on. See a little rat folk and an ubgub. I don't know if your character probably knows of ubgubs. There is lore on them in the dock, but you see that, and then obviously all these etherized figures and this massive elephant guy, kind of in this wispy realm of fucking ether in the air.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm so sorry. I have to pause you real quick because Goran, now I get to do the thing with you ending.
Oh, okay.
I forgot. Make a con save.
Yes. Four.
Okay. You take 4 radiant damage, and you are disorientated. Disoriented.
Okay.
You have disadvantage on the next attack roll you make before the end of your next turn. Not all of them, just the next one.
Gotcha.
And with that, resuming back to the actress.
Okay. Just saying, casting haste, I drop blur.
Okay.
So do I recognize what these things are?
You do not.
Do they look like something I want to kill?
They look. If you scroll up a little bit in the Delvers, it's one of the images there. You'll see it. It looks spooky. It looks like an ethery. I say ether, and when I say ether, I mean like bright pinks and bright blues, like kind of looking like liquid but gaseous plasma with these glowing pink and blue eyes, and no
Is anyone
faces other than that.
in here wearing Federation gear?
From what you can get at your quick glance here, make a perception check.
Okay. Is this a free action or?
I'll just say that, yeah, that'll be a free action. That's fine.
Okay.
I'll consider that
Ew.
because you're hasted. You're able to do that.
Ew. 7.
7. You can't tell.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna attack the things that look scary. I'm gonna run over here. If I can squeeze through there, I'm assuming I can squeeze through.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my hasted action to attack with my little sword thingy. It's a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alright. That'll do with 6 points of piercing damage, and I'll use my bonus action to use 2-weapon fighting. So I'm dual wielding short swords. I will go ahead and attack with my short sword in my offhand.
All right.
Ew! That's an 11.
That'll miss.
Damn it. Okay, well I stab this guy.
All right.
That I missed.
Anything else?
I don't think so. I think I'm out.
All
Yep,
right.
I'm out.
Specimen. You're back up.
Roughly how many screams and/or shots have I heard?
You've heard, I think 5 shots now, and about 3.5 screams. And you heard the rush of movement and crunching of glass.
And big thud.
And a big thud.
Now specimen in.
That's the most important part. Okay.
I'm gonna go take a look.
Okay.
I'm just a regular large creature. Right, I don't take up 4 squares, do I? Oh.
No, you're not a large creature.
I don't
You're just barely. I think you're still. I think I made you medium.
Just barely.
I think I'm like,
You're just barely medium.
and I think I was just under large.
Yeah.
Looks like a party.
Yeah, you enter and you see all these strange, like, ghostly figures with the etheric lights, and also this new strange figure to the left, next to your party members.
Well, I guess I'm gonna be up next to this random person that just appeared, just like, "Hi, friend. I attack now." And attacking Mr. A with 1 dagger. 26. I'm assuming that will definitely hit.
Yes.
With minimum damage, and using bonus action for. Oh no! I get 2 attacks per action. Yes. Okay, another 19. Another minimum damage. With the 2-weapon fighting or enhanced dual wielding, anything with a light property, I can make a bonus action on the same turn with a different weapon, which I have 2 daggers. So does that mean I can make a 3rd attack with as a bonus action?
You should be able to. I'm just wondering, that's just the thing that everybody has, right? Because maybe I was just confused, as if you were saying it's like a special feature.
Well,
Because it's 2-weapon fighting, right?
Yeah, I have
the
2
light
weapon
property.
fighting, but then I have
Yeah.
something under it as an enhanced dual wielding. I don't think I've ever actually seen that before.
Okay. I'm assuming
I can send a screenshot real quick.
features. Under features,
Sending a screenshot.
enhanced dual wielding.
Because I don't think I've ever actually seen it before. I just sent it in the Delver. I mean, I guess technically it says it would be another attack, but I don't know if you want to count that as a 3rd attack for me, or because I can already do 2 attacks as just a regular action.
Well, I'm just confused. I'm truly just confused by it. Just because it basically is describing what you can already do with
Exactly.
normal 2-weapon fighting. That's why I'm just confused by like what it's saying, unless. Yeah, I don't know.
Is he getting an extra attack?
That's basically what
Because
it is.
2-weapon fighting, the extra attack counts as your bonus action. So
Exactly.
is his
yeah.
adding an extra attack and he still keeps the bonus action?
Because
No,
Instead of
it-
it counting as?
I already
it
have
is the
2
bonus
attacks
action.
per action.
Okay.
When you use your attack action with a weapon that has the light property, you can make 1 extra attack as a bonus action later on the same turn with a different weapon,
Yes.
Alright.
as long as it's a melee weapon that lacks the 2-handed property.
So it's the same
saying as
thing?
long as you attack with a light weapon, you can then use a different weapon just at all.
So it just.
So instead
like,
of
Oh.
going from light to light, you could go light to melee.
Yeah, you could go
Oh.
like a light axe into like,
Oh.
a long sword or something.
Okay, now I see what you're saying. That's actually fucking sick.
Gotcha.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Oh, for
I'm
barbarian, that
sorry.
makes sense. So you can have like a big, heavy weapon in one hand if it's not two-handed.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
that's
way
good to know.
you can hit with a dagger and then get a bonus action attack with like a great sword or something.
Well,
Not a
it can't be
great sword,
two-handed,
it can be
but a
two-handed.
long sword or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I mean, I guess I'll just be using my bonus action to,
Yeah.
third attack.
Because right now it's just normal two-weapon fighting. It's not really
Yeah.
changed. But if you have that different kind of weapon, you'll be able to do
Yeah, I was just confused on that one because I've never seen it.
it. And 12 just barely hits.
The minimum damage you get. 15.
All right.
Nice.
He's looking fairly hurt. Anything else?
This is the end.
Okay. All right. The etherized figures are back up. Whoosh. Whoosh.
Make an opportunity attack.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. Two wanted to. Are we
Yeah, I
allowed? Are
was
you allowed
gonna
to double?
say-
We're all allowed to do it. I can't. I'm really
Yeah,
high right
because
now.
he just passed me too.
You can all use your reaction to do it, yeah.
Get
I'm
reacted.
saving my reaction. I have
gonna
too
do
many
it.
reactions.
That's my only
I'm
fucking
gonna do
reaction.
it with my hand.
We'll go in order here, real quick, just in
Oh, okay.
case.
Yeah,
So
I
we'll
will-
go Goran first.
I will
I'm
use
just
my
gonna try.
reaction, and I
Yep.
will make a swing with. I'll try to gore him with a tusk as he passes by.
All right. That'll miss.
Perfect.
Roll another d20 for me. With that nat
Gotcha.
one.
Yowza.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and you. Never. So the disoriented
I was
attack. would
stunned,
Be,
yeah. Yeah,
No, it's fine.
disoriented.
We'll just have it not because it wasn't. You already missed with that. Anyway. Okay. I'll just say that you get a good whiff as it passes through you, and you're trying to shank into it, but you end up just like you breathe in to attack, but you just end up coughing in a fit as your lungs fill with this strange substance.
Got it. Like it.
And then Dusty with the 23 will hit.
Get beasted.
Oh, but so there's some features that allow you to opportunity attack with range weapons, but it's not standard from what I know.
Okay, you can just cancel me out if you want.
From unless I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure that's like
What's
I have
I
no
know-
clue.
like
what about
opportunity
it?
attacks are melee typically
Yes.
unless there's a feature. right?
Yes.
Just to keep
The
it
opportunity attacks are melee. Like you said, unless you have like Warcaster or something, I think.
Exactly, which allows you to lightning grasp or whatever, shocking
Yeah.
grasp.
But even
instead.
that is still a melee.
It's melee.
attack.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can just cancel out completely. Hold on a second.
All right, and then
That works instead.
you wanted to use yours tongue lock as well.
Yeah. I already.
And then you got a
rolled
9. Okay, so that will miss, and then I know Leatrice said he wasn't specimen. If not, I mean, we'll just keep going just because it's not.
Take his voice down.
Yeah, we're good. That's all right. Cool. So with that, it's gonna go for an attack on specimen. That will miss. He's gonna leave a nice trail. It was something like this.
Yeah, it looks
Very trolling move he did there. All right. This guy is gonna go for another attack on Leatrice. 23 will hit.
I'm gonna use shield.
4. Okay.
Shield is a
And-
reaction. So
Yeah.
my AC
'cause
is
you-
20,
Your AC is 20.
27.
27. Okay. All right. Yeah, you saved your action. Good shit. And all right. This Aetherized figure C is going to go for an attack on tongue lock. and that will be a 13.
That'll barely miss.
Okay. This guy is going to move here. And fill all this space with gas.
Ew.
Step on the gas. Oh yeah.
So basically all this right now, this whole chamber is gassy. And this guy's gonna run over here and attack Dusty.
It was that nutrient paste bone that really got to me.
17.
That will hit.
All right. And that will be 5 radiant. And then the last guy will attack Goran here. That will be 17. That'll hit.
That does.
5. No, literally identical 4 rolls. What the fuck? Okay, another 5 radiant.
Yes.
All right. And with that, we are down to Dusty.
Okay.
All surrounding you now, all of you guys, is this etheric energy.
Okay. Do I feel okay as of right now within it?
You feel fine, but you can tell like breathing too much within 6 seconds is gonna start fucking you up.
Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast another second wind for 1d10 plus 5 HP. Okay. Going to move 5, 10, 15, 20.
Opportunity attacks.
I don't provoke
Or
opportunity attacks.
was it that thing still active? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it uses a charge, but kind of want to use it there.
Oh, it's gangster.
I'm going to. I'm sorry for advance, boys. I yell out to everybody just in case. I'm going to take a.
fucking there.
I'll patch y'all up. Or I'll patch you up. I forgot I have an accent. Sorry. I'm going to take a shot at Etherized Figure A. And then after this, I will need to reload. 17.
That'll hit.
12 standard damage. And then everyone within 5 feet you guys need to beat a Dex 14.
Alright, so it'll hit figure C and then the 3 party members here.
Just be better.
Alright.
Dex.
I'm making a deck save.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone under 14, you're taking fucking some fire damage.
So,
Spe-
then 12.
Well, no. I haven't rolled the damage. Take 2 fire damage.
That ain't bad.
Alright. And so describe how this weapon works, because I forgot to do it earlier. Because it's basically like it shoots a laser and then it kind of explodes in a little fire ring kind of thing. Like an
Yeah.
fire explosion.
Like, I'll resend the picture. It kind of looks like this. It just like shoots out like basically like plasma bolts, I'm guessing. And like maybe on hit they like it's kind of like like kind of like an implosion type of deal, I'm assuming. So that's how I'm kind of picturing it.
Got you. It's in outside the cave.
Yeah. So you were asking about the weapon. That's what the weapon looks like. You'll also see, if you're paying attention to me after that happened, that unaware of your character's thing, but you see I'm wearing this patch, and it's a small little guy that looks a little bit rotting, but I'm unaware of what your character knows or who you are, but there's a chance you might know of me from like bounty posters or something. But
Depends on how old you are.
well, that's true. I can't say much else, but yes. Did I use a bonus action? Yeah, I did. I need to reload, so I can't take a second attack right now. So that'll be my turn.
Second attack to reload.
It's different, I guess, for this. Like, due to the Deadeye class, like, I take a bonus action now to reload.
You may just have the choice then, because I believe that's just a base reload mechanic.
I don't know. It doesn't.
If you're able to use a bonus action to reload now, you can use an action to reload. I'll say.
Okay, so yeah, I guess I'll do that. I'll reload.
Well,
I mean, I don't know. That seemed
in
a
the
little
future,
crazy.
so that actually doesn't really work in this situation because you're talking about your second attacks, which is one action.
Yeah.
It's still part of one action. It's two
Yeah.
attacks per action. So that actually doesn't apply. Never mind. Forget what I said.
Sorry, I was trying to explain that. I'm really fucking high and I couldn't get the words out. But yeah, so that's all I can do.
All right, and with that, I will say I will retcon slightly. So when you shot that first bolt, regardless of whatever the it's still fire damage, right? So it's not necessarily like a Molotov or anything, but there is fire energy in your weapon, right? When you shoot those blasts that cause the eruptions, you notice, unlike some other environments, but maybe like some in the past, that the fire is twice as intense, and it kind of bursts upward, and you see like unnatural large flames rise. Everyone that took damage this last turn, the 2, you now take 4, so add 2 extra damage, including the authorized figure. And that was your turn, right?
Yeah.
All right, tongue lock.
How hurt is figure D looking? Can I tell?
You can't really tell. There's a little bit of light lessening, but these figures are very strange.
Okay, and then I want to dip back onto something. I believe it was Tommy that said it. You said this, the ether gas fucks us up, but like fucks us up how? Like, is it making our vision hazy? Are we just blacking out, like carbon monoxide poisoning?
Well, your character doesn't know yet because you haven't experienced what the effects are yet. You haven't been in it for a certain amount of time. You're not sure, but right now you can tell, like in the 6 seconds, you can tell, like as you take breaths, it's not oxygen. There's no oxygen in that air, or it's corrupted by something else. Obviously, this substance is not normal, and it does kind of make you start coughing, I'll say, and the vision is obscured. Like you don't see as far.
I'm gonna do this because I think this might be kind of funny. I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna turn to figure D, and as I do, I'm gonna have my repulsion cannon just ready at my hip, and I'm gonna fire off the 5-foot shockwave in front of me, hitting D, which is also going to send me flying back 15 feet into both A and C.
All right.
At assumedly high velocity, as long as I don't misfire. Cool, 19.
All right. Roll damage.
Alrighty, that is 5 thunder.
Okay. And he's pushed back, or does he make a save?
Yes, a deck save.
Okay. That'll be a fail.
Alrighty.
How far?
They are blasted. They take an extra 1d8 thunder, and they are knocked prone.
Can't be prone.
They can't be prone, but they'll take the 1d8 and roll out.
4 damage.
All right.
And then I'm blasted 15 feet in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Which would that start, or would I collide with them, and could I use a rolling charge as I do? Or I guess the rolling charge damage of being, hitting them as a ball.
Was that part of the mechanics we worked out, or this is kind of just working with the two items you
More
have?
so just off the fly because
I was
I
just
didn't
wondering
like
if we worked on that part before. I was just wondering.
Not really. It's more so just combining both of them. My action, I can do the blast and move myself 15 feet, and then my bonus action, I just wanted to basically curl him in a ball as I fly and hope to damage them. Basically,
I will say this. In this scenario, you'll be able to roll into the ball by the time you get here. I'll say you notice that you fly through this etherized figure whenever you guys are stabbing or slashing or hacking into them. You're making like contact with like a thick gas substance, but you can go through it, at least with your weapons, and apparently as you start to curl up and you fly backward. The rolling charge is just a roll to hit, right?
say they're supposed to take a strength save or be knocked prone, but I assume they can't. I'm not hitting them, so the strength doesn't apply.
Okay, is it an attack roll?
No. It's if they fail the strength save, they take proficiency bonus D4 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, so they'll make strength saves then.
Okay.
I guess I was just trying to clarify what you're rolling for it. All right. Okay.
I just
them
wasn't
both
sure
make
if
the
they
strength
would
save.
if I'm not hitting them, technically. But I don't know. I don't know how the ether's weird. I understand.
Okay, so this first guy got a nat 20.
Okay.
So I'll say that he's able to kind of phase away for half a second, and he takes no damage. But by the time you fly backwards and you get into your ball form and your metal spikes poke out of your body, you kind of shred through, and then land in his space. And you can roll that damage.
D4. It'll be 7 damage, actually.
All right. I can't
That's
even
my finish.
see what the name of this guy is. Okay, C. All right, good shit. And anything else? I'm assuming. Okay. With that, you are ending your turn in this haze. Make a con save.
Got you. Oops, that was a con check.
You can just change the
another
modifiers.
Yeah, another +3 to that, so it'd be 8.
That'll be a fail. You take 3 radiant damage, and you are disoriented. Your next attack on your next turn will be disadvantaged.
Got it.
All right, and Goran, you're up.
All right. With the extra attack, I can't cast and then use a melee, can I?
Extra attacks are supposed to be martial, I believe.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I can remember.
But I'm
I thought-
honestly usually fine with like being more casual with that. I mean, I don't know. It kind of opens up a gateway, but
All right, then I won't do it. It's okay. What do I want to do? I still have the hammer. We'll swing it again. 17 to hit. On B.
so I don't know if I was loud enough. I said, "You're good."
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. So 8.
All right.
And then I'll just take the extra attack. I'll swing it back through. 19 and 10.
You finally get some hits into this dude, and he looks fairly hurt.
All right. That'll be my turn.
Make a con save.
Con save, right. 21.
All right, you pass. And with that, Leatrice, you're up.
All right. I'm just gonna attack the motherfucker in front of me. I'm gonna do 3 attacks, 2 with actions, 1 with my bonus action. 17.
I'll hit.
Okay. Do 7 points of damage.
Okay. With that, you just barely slice into this form and it fades away.
All right. This guy is within 5 feet of me, right? The guy who's on top of the. What the fuck is that thing?
Yes, he is sharing space with Tongue Lock right now.
Okay. What the fuck is that thing?
You see his form like wisping to the left and right from inside Tongue Lock.
He's gonna hit with a natural 20.
Okay, and I was gonna say, if that was a low roll that even hit, you might have damaged Tongue Lock, but with a nat 20, you definitely like slice above him because Tongue Lock is pretty short.
Am I?
Okay.
I'm not
You're
stuck in
small.
them, am I?
You're
I know
also a
you
small
mentioned,
creature.
like quills.
Oh, you would not be stuck in him now
Okay.
because
I
he's
didn't
like
think
more of
so.
an ethereal creature.
Okay.
Or
I
just-
just want to make sure.
That's
All right,
12
good
That's kind of
damage.
cool. I have iron quills, y'all. It's not Ostrogenes this time. I promise.
Okay, good shit.
I reformed.
And then last attack on the same guy. That's gonna miss.
Yeah, that'll miss.
Okay. I'm gonna eat the opportunity attack. I'm gonna move through here and try to get out of this fog.
All right, it is gonna go for that attack. 12.
That's gonna miss.
I don't think. I see your fucking AC's 22 right now. Jesus Christ. All right. Okay. And you're finally out of that.
Fucking weird wizard.
You leave the sweet smelling but musky gas. Oh, that sounds gross. I'm sorry.
Ew.
A little bit.
When he passes me though, like, are you obviously a wizard?
I have a book, and that's the only telltale sign that I would be a wizard. Because other than that, I'm using martial weapons.
Okay. Like, sorry, this is just for like lore for in general. Like, if I've seen the book, sorry, I'm sorry if you just said this. If I see the book, would someone that knows a lot about wizards or has been through wizards, would I recognize it as like a wizard's book?
I'd say you'll need to make a check in the heat of battle here. But thankfully you're not like obscured very much as he ran past you. But you can just make an intelligence check.
Not the
Oh, this song's going
smartest.
hard. Holy
It
shit.
is, dude. I was like stimming the fuck out. Dude, chat just said that Buddy's preventing a green out with the stim. Dude, I'm fucking locked. I got a 10.
There's nothing like, I forget the team, the Mayhem team, the fucking red dudes and Cyberpunk. I don't know their name.
Are you talking
Oh,
about Aqua Teen Hunger Force? No.
No, I'm just talking about the red bad guys from Cyberpunk. Their clubs are just the
dude.
hardest. It's crazy. Okay, intelligence check of 10. I will say that you look at his strange appearance and clothing. You're wearing leather, or was it any of the ones I mentioned, or what gear?
It's being refactored into what the fuck was the call of it? The name of it?
Strong music. That's why.
Maelstrom.
That's what I'm calling it.
Nanoweave.
Nanoweave. Okay. So yeah, he's wearing like the nanoweave cloth, and the book is. You could assume it's a magic book, but you don't get a good check of the actual like cover to see if it might have like a sigil or something.
For sure. I guess this is all leading up to like. He sort of sees that and he just gets the shivers thinking back to what happened with Bart. He's not too fond of wizards, honestly. He's had some bad experience with wizards. That's literally all, though.
It's insane that I didn't realize you were doing Dusty Revive as an undead guy until you just said that. That's
Really?
insane. That's so cool. I didn't make the connection because you make small furry guys and play them. So, but I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's Dusty Romanov, the same name, and he's also a mouse. But I didn't even think of him being canon, the same character. Okay,
That is still fair.
that's great.
That sounded a little weird. I ain't gonna lie.
Real quick, I'm just gonna use Arcane Recovery.
Okay, sorry.
I can
Yeah,
just do that whatever.
yeah. All right. Oh, it's like a free action
That-
thing to get your
Yeah,
spell
it's free
slot or
action
something.
thing.
Okay.
That's why my backstory
Alright.
the way it is, because I came back from the dead.
And then anything else?
Nope.
All right. Specimen.
Alright, well, since I now have been singed, I'm being gassed, and they interrupted my time of opening my own door. I'm activating Rage. It's free. That's a bonus.
All right. You're like just now upset. You're like, wait a minute.
I mean, just
I love it. No, it's great.
My door. That's whatever. But I got burned, and now I'm being gassed too. Man,
They were.
this reminds me of my other days. It's not fun days. I'm attacking figure F.
F.
That's
Okay.
a miss.
Yep.
How about this attack? That's a hit.
That'll hit.
9 damage.
All right. It's looking pretty hurt.
Oh, that's all I could do.
All right. Up next are the etherized figures. And for some reason, they're not going to make a lot of movement this round, except for the one that's not in contact with somebody, because it's annoying to draw. But this guy... Oh, wait a second. 35, 40. It's going to dash. And end up here.
You fucking bastard.
Effectively blocking, making this all gas. That's his turn. And then figure B is gonna go for a touch on Goran.
A touch.
Yep, an etheric touch. Finally rolling good damage here, boy. Sorry, 12 radiant.
Okay.
Goran.
Yep.
All right, etherized figure F's gonna go for an attack on specimen. Nat 20. So roll. It doubles all damage dice for magic, right? Or it doesn't just add one. Didn't we learn that?
It still doubles.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
looking at
For some
critical.
reason before I only thought it was only adding an extra dice. Okay. So specimen. Crit on the etheric touch. First dice was 12, second were 15. So you take 27 radiant.
Did you say 27 radiant?
Yeah, that's like by far the highest damage any of these guys have done because he crit on and finally hit. I don't know if you heard that specimen, but if someone wants to remind him if he gets back, I'm not sure if he's here.
Sam, are you alive?
Barely. What's up?
All right,
You take 27 damage.
27 radiant, and this figure C's gonna attack tongue lock. 17. Okay, that'll be 10 radiant. And then that is it for these guys. Dusty, you are up.
As this badass music is playing in Dusty's head. No, he's gonna sort of lock in. He's realizing now we're in a lab. I'm thinking Resident Evil 2. Tommy's thinking that, not fucking Dusty. Like, this is what this reminds me of. When I look up to the ceiling, because this is okay. So they have these fucking creatures or whatever, and I know, or this, I don't know. In my mind, I'm like, they have to know these kind of things might be here, or whatever's in the tubes could get out. When I like look up, is there like some type of like maybe a sprinkler system or like some sort of like what looks like to be if there would be like an escape or a fire or something? Like, does it look like there's any type of like release in the ceiling or like basically sprinkler looking thing?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Okay. Sorry, I have advantage on perception. This is for things that I could see. So would that advantage count?
I would assume so.
Sorry,
It's
I
very
like
broad of a- no, you're-
All right, so nat 20.
Nat 20. Okay. With a nat 20, you do notice there are a lot of sprinklers in the ceiling. It seems that probably because of the high oxygen planet environment, there's dozens of them littering the ceiling. And with the nat 20, you do notice like a small metal flat kind of rectangle like console that has wires connecting. Looks like it goes alongside one of the walls and then upwards directly next to one of the sprinklers. With your nat 20, you assume that is connected to the sprinklers.
Okay. You
And
said
if it was shot, perhaps.
that's okay. That's what I was going to go for. 'Cause I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, does liquid dispel gas or like displace it? I don't know. Don't answer that. Where do I see that at the console?
Right here. You see
Okay.
the console right here.
I'm
high on
fucking
the wall.
popping or I'm gonna use a bonus action to reload, because I can do that,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm gonna pop a fucking shot at it.
Roll an attack.
Roll
At
a
the
17.
stationary object, and you hit that object. Roll damage.
That'll be a
All right.
7 damage.
You shoot in and destroy this console, and alarms start ringing, and red lights kind of come from the walls and flash as all these sprinklers are engaged and shower the room. A second after that, with water, everyone is now on their next turn going to be already pretty wet.
Okay.
And with that, you do notice that the gas is starting to dissipate, but it may take some time.
Okay. I will eat an attack of opportunity. So I want to go here, but
Yeah, he'll go for a smack. 21,
that'll hit.
13 radiant.
Okay. Second like attack, I'm gonna go for D. Take a shot at D. Oi,
All right.
27. Dirty.
Good shit.
Damn it. 4 pistol damage. Just gonna need this dex from. Oh, sorry, tongue lock. I didn't fucking see you. From tongue lock and C.
And C. Okay.
Save.
Oh yeah, 14 or better.
You got a 9 that you
Nat
throws.
20,
over.
good.
Let's fucking go. So everyone that what the fuck? Everyone that failed take fire damage. Oh, it's because it's rating.
They actually take 2. Oh yeah,
Okay.
never mind. Yeah. So you see like this combustion start to like react and then is immediately fizzled out by water. Everyone actually takes half damage, but I won't round it down to 0, so you still take 1.
Let's go.
Most spells say minimum 1 damage.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to make something do
makes
0 damage.
All right, so that'll be my turn. Big brains. Let's
All
go.
right. Shit. Tongue lock. You are now wet, and just felt an explosion next to you,
So,
and you are still inside of this creature.
no, that won't work. I'm gonna go 5 feet this way, or at least try to.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna bonk him with my hammer. A 19 to hit
Mhm.
for a solid 1 damage.
All right.
And that'll be it.
All right. Goran, you're up. Oh, you're ending your turn here. Real quick, tongue lock. Make a con save.
14.
I noticed
you
your
have-
hammer.
And now Goran, you're up.
I was gonna say, Goran noticing you swing a hammer raises
Do
it
you-
above his
Oh,
head.
whoa. Oh, sorry. You can do that, but these.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah, sorry. No, you're good. That's fine. You get the feeling that there's a blunt weapon behind you. I'll say
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Maybe I saw like a reflection off a monitor.
Maybe-
Or...
You heard him. Maybe he's low to the ground. He smacks. Maybe he smacked into the ground, and you heard the cling, the familiar cling of a hammer hitting
Maybe.
a hard object.
Dragged it. Get the momentum.
Elfin's memories are exceptional. So, I'm going to take a downward smash from overhead onto B.
All right,
It'll be a 10 to hit.
that'll miss.
All right. That's gonna piss me off, so I'm going to just full sprint charge, try to impel him with the spikes and drive him back as far as I can.
All right, make an attack roll first, and then you can make a strength check.
The 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
8 strength.
An 8. He will make a strength check. He has a -2. He got a 6 -2. Okay. How much? Do you want to use the rest of your movement?
Yeah. I
If you
haven't
want,
moved.
I'll say you can literally position yourselves next to each other, however far you can go with that as you hit. And then you
30
can,
feet.
wherever you wanted to move them with that, you can, and you can also roll your damage.
All right.
Or it's a flat. It's just a flat damage, right, for unarmed strikes.
It is. No, it's not. Sorry. It is 4.
All right.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 would be the square here. Can I like ram him, try to go through the door, or just slam him up against the door?
Right here is the 30 feet
Yeah.
for your movement. Yeah, I'll say.
It would be this one for me. Sorry.
I'll just say because of the space limitations, I like the idea, but with your lower strength check, you're not able to kind of push him into the door.
All right. I get him snug against the wall.
Yeah, he's like he feels pinned up to the wall now.
Yeah. That'll be my turn.
Oh,
All right. And you notice it was strange. You seem to only be able to move him because of your contact with your tusks. But like as you're moving him, it seemed like that attacking motion like made contact, but the rest of your body didn't.
Okay.
And back to the top, Leatrice.
Okay. It smells like ass again. I'm gonna move in. We want to attack this guy. 3 times. 21. Do 8 points of damage to him.
He's looking very hurt.
Alright. The next one... I'm going to use the limb enhancement's impact amplifier to get advantage on this attack.
All right, good shit. You like activate your elbow and then you go for a stronger, more precise attack.
That was dog shit.
That was fuck.
I'm assuming that misses.
But you actually hit. You actually just barely hit with
Oh
that.
shit, yeah!
Luckily, you guys are low levels.
Advantage. Oh god, a 1.
Oh damn, they.
But I do
universe is
double the
against you.
bonus, so 7 points of damage.
Yeah, I like making that cybernetic. I thought that was pretty cool. Okay,
That
cool.
was fun.
All right. For what was
Then-
the?
It was
Oh,
another
okay,
plus 3, so it's 7 points total from that.
Oh shit! With 7, it actually fades away and dies.
Okay. My last attack, using my bonus action for 2 weapon fighting. 20.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 8 points of damage. And then I'm getting out of the ass.
It's gonna go for an opportunity attack on you,
Okay.
and that one looks pretty hurt as well. 12. We'll probably miss.
That'll miss.
All right,
Yeah, my AC is still 22.
and that's your turn.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, fuck. 22.
Fucking tank wizard.
All right,
wizard tank.
specimen. You are up.
and now I'm wet. Fucking
You are.
sprinkler systems. So, still attacking. Okay, never mind. How about this one?
That'll miss.
16.
That'll hit. I'm assuming you're hitting C.
8 F. Sorry. I need to
8?
check my character.
F?
8.
Oh, okay. 8 on F? Okay. You just barely shank into him and you stab its pink glowing eye and it fades away dead.
I shall war in victory, because that's the rest of it. Oh, I know. I still have a bonus action. And so attack figures.
All right.
This sounds scary.
Man, 8 damage.
8?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
That is the last I can do.
Make a con save.
No. This one. Yeah, 24.
All right, you are good. All right, it's the etherized figures, and it's the second to last one. All right, this one here that is impaled is going to go for a touch on Goran. Almost a nat 1, but turn it to a 19. 23 will hit.
All right.
11 radiant.
All right.
And then etherized figure C is going to retaliate and attack specimen. 19. That'll hit. 5 radiant damage. And with that, it's back to Dusty.
So you said for my gunshots, like both damages were cut down, or just the explosive part, the fire part?
The explosive part was basically it's not doing less damage. The way I phrased it before wasn't really correct because it was weird because it's high oxygen, so it does extra damage, but it's also dampened because it's water, so it basically becomes back to normal. Is kind of what I was saying.
Okay.
But not the bullet itself. No, was not affected.
I trust these people, this race as strong creatures, so I'll send another shot over at this guy. See.
All right.
I trust. Dirty 21.
I'll hit.
5 damage. Then the dex from all the boys.
Yeah, specimen and tongue lock make dex saves.
8 nat 20.
Damn it, 8 this time.
Oh. Did C fail or pass?
Oh, I didn't realize they have to do that too. No, that's my bad.
There you go.
I didn't realize that this entire time, but that makes sense.
I mean, I would hope so.
I heard it was around everyone within. I don't know.
He's just pushed in for us.
He fails.
Pat and C both take 4 fire damage.
All right. He's looking very weak.
Oh. I'm going to shoot him again. 21. 9 damage.
All right, that one fades away, dead.
Good night. Okay. And I guess it's for some reason on my page, I don't know if I'm Mandela affecting, it says like actions in combat interactive combat. You can interact with one object or feature of the environment for free. I don't know if this counts as that, but can I look over at the monitors? Because I know this one was on because I used it, and the other one I was taking apart. Does the one on the left seem to be fried from the water, or do I notice maybe it's waterproof? Is it still working? Is what
So this is the one that you fiddled with, I remember.
Oh, is it?
The main, yeah,
okay.
this is the one, the tablet thing that you were fiddling
Yup.
with. This was the main PC that was basically just flashing like error signs and warning signs about the place, kind of going through some shit before. I'll say you're able to notice that it seems to be functioning the same.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right, tongue lock.
So I'm that one on my ass. Alright. Make sure I'm not muted. I'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's all I can go. I'm short. Ooh, you are not in range. That's gonna be it.
All right. Make a con save.
There's losing the bone. 19.
Okay, you're good. Next is Gorn.
All right. So, Goran, you see him kind of touch the top plate of the hammer, and you can just feel that there's kind of that aura. You can't really tell what it is, but I'm going to swing and smash it, trying to hit him like what a chest would be on a humanoid, and just smash him into the door. And as I do that, I will also use a channel divinity.
What kind of attack are you doing? Do you have an attack
It's
roll or something?
the melee weapon. I just rolled it 18 to
Oh,
hit.
okay. Oh, 18.
So
Oh, I
it's
just didn't see it
plus-
pop up here.
Yeah, yeah.
That'll hit.
All right. And then where's this at? With that action, gives me advantage. So sorry, let me roll the other one. It's a dirty 24. So
All right, that'll still
it
hit.
didn't matter. Yeah. It'd be 8 damage, bludgeoning. And I was gonna say if
I'm not
he's
seeing the rolls pop up. You might
still
just want to
there.
say the damage because
Oh, 8
oh,
damage.
now it popped up in my pages. Okay, cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah, still alive but looks very weak.
All right. So that would be my turn because the bonus would have been the divinity.
All right, Leatrice, you're up. You see this large elephant-like creature pinning this other etherized figure in the corner here.
Okay. I'm moving all the way over here. Gotta love haste. So is he like... How is he pinning him? Am I in danger of stabbing him?
His tusks are in it, so his face is like very close.
And my
to some
hammer's like
parts.
holding him to the door. Yeah.
Your hand is actually not holding him, as I mentioned. Like basically, only the contact with that attack is what's pinning. But
The
like,
hammer
it's
doesn't-
ethereal form. Oh, the hammer. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Because
I thought
I
you
was
said
like
your hand. You said
slamming the
Oh.
hammer into his
No,
chest.
I got you. Okay, no,
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay, is he wearing... Is this tusked figure wearing Federation gear?
I don't think he is.
No.
Okay, I'll be careful then. Alright, I'm gonna go for a stab. A 10?
He'll miss.
Alright. Next action, another... Oh, a natural. I'm gonna stab him.
All right, yeah, roll a d20.
No. Ooh, that was almost another... That was almost another one.
All right, you whiff it, but you don't slice Goran here.
Okay, and then bonus action, 2 weapon fighting. 20.
That'll hit.
Alright. 8 points of, I believe it's slashing. No, it's
Okay.
piercing.
How do you want to do this as you slice into this figure?
What did I say my swords were? They're plasma. I don't know how plasma would interact with whatever these creatures are. Maybe it will look like whatever this creature is kind of like gets siphoned into the short sword.
All right. Yeah. So you slice into this figure, having killed like 3 others in this combat. You're slicing through them, and you see that in the points of contact that you make with this form, like the gas kind of reacts as if like you're burning a piece of steel wool, how it spreads, and from your slash, that dissolving spreads around the gas as it dissipates. And combat is now over, and the sprinklers are still raging above you guys.
I'm gonna drop haste and take my 6 seconds of inactivity. So I'm incapacitated for 6 seconds.
I'm going back to my door.
Do you like just freeze up or like
I like
incapacitated? Do you just flop?
it's like an exhaustion wave, just like waves over.
Okay.
Can't do
So like a
anything.
Fentanyl?
Yeah, pretty much.
Folding.
And with that, within the next 6 seconds, by now the gas has dissipated.
Seeing Specimen go for the door, I would like to take the pieces of scrap that, like the computer chip and stuff I got for the flash drive, and also I want to check. Does there seem to be like an antenna or any scrap of antenna near these 2 monitors?
Make an investigation check.
Goran is going to
14.
restore some health.
14. Yeah. There's a small antenna attached to the back of this console.
I'm gonna grab all these pieces and then follow Spessa. I know they destroyed the pad, pretty much, right? Does there still seem to be wiring intact, like from
Unlock
inside of
this
it?
room.
There is wiring intact, but the acid did pour into that as well, so that it is damaged.
Okay, so maybe this could be a high roll. This is what I'm gonna attempt to do with all the scrap I have right now. I'm gonna try out my new thing, my Cyberneer's tools, and I would like to attempt to make a hack pack.
All right. I'm assuming that's an intelligence check.
To make it, I made it off the Tinker's tools, so I put the ability at Dex because I wasn't sure, and I don't know if you ever seen the message about that. I literally had no clue.
Yeah. So in this case, I'll say it's an intelligence check because it's like a hacking mechanism.
Okay.
Basically, there's that DC. We'll have to figure out each specific DC later, but I'll say for now, this one will be a 14.
Okay, and I'm proficient, so I add my proficiency bonus to the roll, right? That's how that works?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, let's see. Yes!
Good shit. All right, you are able. How long does it take, or was that specified?
We did not figure that out yet.
I'll say for real, it'll take 10 minutes.
Okay.
It'll be like a ritual cast.
So-
So you'll be working on this for a little
Yes,
bit.
well, my rage is still active because I had a hole in the door. I've been trying to forcefully open it.
Instead of working together, you're like different approaches. But no, I appreciate the commitment here. You're gonna attempt to like smash into it. You said.
To forcefully open it, so is there an obvious way to open side to side, up and down, or is it like circular motion? I forgot how that was explained before.
It's like a vault door,
So-
right?
It's like a vault door where it would slide to the right.
Alright, well, since I do technically have handholds due to me melting the metal, I'm gonna try and slide that bitch.
Okay.
As he's breaking it, I'm gonna mention a specimen. Like, I've seen these vault doors before. They usually have a mechanism of either moving forward or backwards and to the right. So keep that in mind when you do this. I don't know how intelligent you are, young lad, but
Not there.
keep that in mind.
Just a regular strength check.
Yeah.
Do I get an advantage with it?
With rage, I think you have advantage on strength checks. Yeah.
Cool. Because I might need it. Nat 20.
Let's
Nat
go.
20. Fuck. It doesn't mean that everything
doesn't mean I
always
succeed,
works though,
but-
because it's a literal fucking thick vault door that's thousands of pounds. Okay, I'll say this: you are able to somehow.
As long as it opens a small crack, that's all I need.
You're able to you hear a click as you pull backward instinctively, and then kind of slightly start pulling to the right. And it's kind of insane, Dusty, as you see this like hulking strength come out of this only medium-sized creature. Like whatever partially he's made of is coming out and being channeled right now. And the door slightly rolls, and you see like half a centimeter of a crack that you made.
My good sir, that was fucking crazy. Would you like some help getting that fully open? Don't strain your fucking back.
No, you said there is a slight crack that I can see, right?
Yeah.
So I can see into there. I'll just use my the cloud hop and get in.
Okay. That's very smart. Okay. Yeah, you are able to use your bonus action to cloud hop through to a space that you see.
Dusty's gonna be
You
like,
see him-
okay.
you see him dissipate in a cloud of like green, like poisonous, misty mist. Not poisonous, acidic.
I'm still gonna count this as us working together. I'll say through the crack. That was fucking crazy. But I can't do that. And has 10 minutes passed yet? As he's fucking doing it.
10 minutes has not passed unless the other 3 guys don't want to do anything, because I'll allow them to do things here while this is all going on.
Goron is. We'll wait. We'll let you go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come join them over here at this door.
Okay. Well, man next to me is Fenty leaning. I'm just gonna put the hammer back into my chest cavity and full sprint charge into the door over here.
Okay, make a strength check.
He's getting halfway through his sprint. Can I cast Enlarge on him?
Yeah.
Do you accept my Enlarge?
Yeah.
Okay, no
I was
roll.
gonna say that matters.
Does that give advantage on strength checks?
Yes.
All right, roll again.
Yep, advantage on strength checks and strength saving.
2 9s.
Yep.
Luckily,
He's going up in size, right?
he's going up in size. Yeah.
Yeah.
So does
I
that
was gonna
mean
say,
that
one
during
of my-
this I'm about to get smashed into the wall?
It depends when he
I am
casts it.
incapacitated.
No, I said
It depends when he casts it.
Halfway through his charge. So it'd be
Right
like-
here,
Okay.
he turns.
So,
large.
He'd start to grow about there, and then by the time he hits, he'd be full size.
and me, just a reminder, Loxodons are powerful builds, so I do count as a size larger when determining carrying capacity, weight I can push, drag, or lift.
Okay. Good shit.
I also need to point this out. Enlarge times his weight by 8.
And my
So
weight
this
is
dude-
between 300 to 400 pounds.
Is he not gonna take
And
the
you-
wall with him?
So you literally, you see as he grows in size, and you see as he's running and stomping, the floor is breaking and cracking. This porcelain tiles, or plasticine, just breaking these plastic floor, and he rams into. Even though he didn't get a great strength check, his balance isn't great as he's growing and kind of like having to learn how to run again mid-run. But he smashes into a glass door, and it just immediately obliterates it. But you're so large that you smash in, and you're just like kind of slightly stuck in this frame with glass shards kind of around your sides. You take 1 piercing damage, but you completely break through the door. But you're kind of wedged in this hallway now, as you are like you're kind of almost wider than this hallway.
Got it.
While he's stuck, can I try to squeeze past him, like through his legs or something?
No, you can. Yeah, you can definitely squeeze past him.
Awesome. Thanks for opening the door.
No problem.
And as I pass by, I'll drop concentration on the large.
All right, and then with that, we will go back to Dusty and Specimen. We'll kind of hop back and forth here until you guys join, or if you guys join up.
Is there a lever or a button on my side?
There is emergency release.
I pull it.
That's something I never would have expected this to work, but the Nat 20 allowed this to happen. There was no
That is
other
true.
fucking way I would ever let that move, but that was pretty cool, especially with the.
I have a hack pack I can save for later now. So I mean,
Yeah, you're like just about to insert it, and you're like,
You're just in awe of this medium creature just shoved this door open.
it's more or less awe and more confusion as you fucking turn into a cloud of fucking dust. I don't give a fuck about you slamming through the door. That's past the fact of what I care about.
That's true. You just got Thanos snapped and then reverted back in a different spot.
I just opened the door from the other side.
All right.
Because in Dusty's head, like, he's seen a bunch of magic shit back in his world, but he's never seen that spell ever. Or whatever it is.
and even if you had seen Misty Step before, this looks different.
Yeah,
that's
that's
fucking
fucking weird.
Instead of like a misty cloud, it's like an acidic green cloud. But yeah, you click you pull down on the hatch on the lever, and the door clunks back to being completely closed, like resetting, and then opens up all the way.
As the door opens, you just see Dusty, like, trying to tinker with the hack pack and the thing, and he just peeks his head in.
Just do an opening.
Oh, alright, big guy. Let's take a look at these. Look like spoils. I'm not sure. That's what I'm thinking. Even if this was a nuke in here, let's just start looting shit.
I do realize I'm an airship mechanic. I will reconfigure that nuke to fit somehow.
I'll take this side of the room, I guess. Let's just. Are we just gonna look through this shit?
Yep. Yeah, that's just my thing. I was gonna go towards this camouflaged one.
All right. Let me pull this up here. All right, in that one, you find 2 rifles.
No shot. That's what Dusty's gonna say out loud.
Gotta do it with the accent though, or else it's not in character, bro.
No fucking way.
I'm trying to see here, because I think I'm going to go with the musket right now, in terms of the actual item. But you see 2 versions. What looks to be a bolt rifle, in parentheses musket,
The
or
bad
a
news
plasma
a little better.
rifle, quote unquote musket.
Hey, big guy, you want to toss me that bolt one?
Okay.
If you want to make them a little different, you can make one of them the bad news. That's another long rifle.
In my mind, I guess I'm thinking more so like when he sees him. I'm thinking like fucking Borderlands style. Like what, like, not
Yeah, what's
publisher.
prefixed?
What's the like?
Manufacturer?
What does the case, does the gun have a certain because I guess Dusty being an assassin, he would know like guns because he's been around. So like, do I recognize the manufacturer?
Sure. Hold on. I want to be accurate here. So let me go to
I'll be accurate.
fuck the other one, the shared doc that has the info.
Oh, dude,
So okay, so for the plasma one, it is I would assume you would be able to recognize the emblem. It is the emblem of the Brass Cartel. Seems like they have their own line of guns that they make, and it seems like a new model.
it's fresh off the market. This is the Brass Cartel's work. And if he said he handed me the bull one, you just see like Dusty sort of like fiddle with it like a soldier would, sort of like cock it back a little, just test it out in his arms.
And they will actually both be Brass Cartel models.
Well, if there's guns, surely that means there has to be ammunition nearby. I'll open this one that's next to it, fittingly. I don't know, I'm just taking a guess.
All right. And in that case, you find 24 hats that have the Brass Cartel insignia on them, like merch.
Hats?
Yeah. But then as you rifle through, there are bullets.
Are they cool hats? What do they look like?
So-
they look cool.
The hats look like mass manufactured, low quality, but the embroidery of the actual logo is nice. It's like raised embroidery.
So are they,
There's black, blue, white, and gray hats.
I'm gonna jokingly
With the
put one
orange
on,
emblem.
bro.
top hats is like ball caps? Is it like
They are
Like berets, maybe?
they're flat brim hats.
Like the Irish ones? Or no, like the fucking
No,
like the douchebag
Like-
ones?
like yes, the douchebag.
I'm gonna put one on backwards, and I'm just gonna sort of toss one over on fucking Spessa's head and just start like kind of mocking the Brass Cartel, like however like we would have seen them, however they act like.
So
And in there you find three bundles of the musket.
while they're doing this, they're about to
Yeah.
hear a huge fucking boom on the other side of the wall,
Okay.
casting a fireball at the door.
Cameron. Damn.
Okay.
Cameron.
That will hit. And
Uh,
roll damage.
Sure
and
fucking
the
hope
door
he does
takes
this.
32 points of damage.
Roll a d100.
Okay.
You have the water on your side,
64.
but you are doing a fireball. Okay. The fireball catches the air as you throw it, and you see ripples in the air. And as it lands, another shockwave gets produced. As make a strength check. You're the only one within the vicinity.
I'm amazing at those. 15.
Okay,
Oh,
you
he's a
are
strength
not pushed back, but you feel like this wave of heat that's quickly settled again by the rain. But it seems extremely volatile. If there wasn't rain here, this whole room might have been filled with fire.
Great. Alright, I'm going in that room.
And the door is destroyed. The door is just fucking destroyed.
I'm going to that room.
All right.
how
That
does
is all. They would have heard very large boom.
What gun
Okay, so-
am I putting in the inventory, by the way? Sorry.
Musket Exandria.
Okay.
And you can just rename it to like Bolt or Plasma. We will move eventually and start getting like the cooler, higher tech guns, but right now, just the low, I can't be handing out fucking laser
No,
rifles
yeah,
and
for
shit.
sure.
So like you said, it's a mix of all different kinds of technology in worlds.
Yeah.
Brass Cartel gotta give it to everyone.
All right.
When I put bullets in my quiver, I've never seen quiver. It like probably is
Ah.
new.
Purpose for arrows.
Well, I got a quiver, and it allows me to put the bullets in them.
All right. We'll probably do like longer segments of each group here as you guys do your exploring. So we'll continue here with Specimen and Dusty. Then we'll move. We'll allow Leatrice some time, and then go to Goran again.
I'm not in a rush.
Put my arm around
No,
fucking
I-
Spessa. And
I just don't want
fucking-
anyone to feel left out. All right.
I'm just making notes of stuff that's happening that's affecting what I'll do.
That you may not know is happening.
I'm gonna open the next one, and I'm sort of keeping what I've seen from my teammates in mind of just so, like Christmas shopping, pretty much.
All right. In this one, you find Brass Cartel branded shirts, same exact color scheme, with a cheap kind of embalming of a plastic logo.
Does it?
But-
Is it safe to say they look ghetto, kind of like a guerrilla militia?
They look, they don't, I would say no, they don't look ghetto, they look like they're being cheap. Because
Okay.
clearly there's expensive shit here.
So a cartel.
Especially considering that they were supposedly funding this from what you learned, from what you read. But as you're looking through the shirts, there's a strange object.
I
It
will.
looks to be some stone shell.
I will grab the weird object and sort of say aloud. It looks like they're hiding the good stuff under the shitty stuff.
Safety.
I'm going to examine the weird object.
Has your character been in the ocean?
Yes, Dusty has been in the ocean.
I guess I'm just trying to know if maybe your character doesn't know what this looks like, but I'll just describe it like just what it is, what you were looking at. Your character may not know, right? But you pull out this shell, and it looks to be a stone shell that resembles a nautilus shell,
Oh yes, he
but
would
nothing
recognize
inside of it. Okay. But you see, instead of like the traditional like brown kind of tiger stripes that it has, it's black stripes on gray stone. It feels very heavy for its size.
It's very weird. I'll sort of walk over here, show it to Spessa, and put it in my pocket, and sort of watch him as he opens this.
All right.
Container number 4.
Here, okay. And in this one, hold on. Give me a second.
Is it socks? I could always go for socks.
I thought it was gonna be pants or something.
I'm trying to. I had an idea for the item, but I'm not knowing. It's a weapon. I'm trying to think of it. It's a one-handed blunt weapon that does like 1d8. There's a few of
Mace?
them.
Flail?
Oh my god, never mind. This is cooler. Okay, yeah. Inside you see a like plasma morning star where instead of the spikes it's like small blue jets.
That's so fucking cool. What the fuck? Watch where you're pointing that thing.
I'm pretty sure this is one of the things I chose for my proficiency.
A morning star? Yeah, wait, that
Like, it's, that, or I was trying to, when I asked you about the weapons, is like a laser, like maul or morning star type weapon.
You ask, you shall
Shit.
receive.
Technically, that's not a maul, so I guess.
I didn't even
not,
know you
but-
asked about that. That's funny. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. I'll say this: like, you notice that it was switched on, and you're able to flick it off, where the blue jets fade away, and it's just a blunt weapon, which can do bludgeoning. If you switch it on, it does piercing, and it is a +1 morning star.
I'm happy.
You're dangerous.
Oh, and I'm also, switching it off. Because I don't need it harming me as I, put it away.
Oh. You guys can move on to where. But I was just gonna ask, like, the party. Is there a reason why we circled these things? Well, you heard.
Yeah, magic was detected there.
Oh, okay.
So there's just a regular morning star.
Yeah, +1 morning star. And with that, we will go back here to Leatrice as you walk into what looks to be a bedroom, living room area.
Okay. Is there anything in here that looks like I could steal shit from it?
Make an investigation check.
Alright. Oh, I'm amazing at those. 23.
From this room, you kind of look around and it's a lot of emptiness and rifled through beds that seem to have been like left whatever. There's not a lot going on in the room. You check the fridge. There's moldy gelatin food. But in this bookcase, you find basically just a bunch of reading tablets, like the electric ones, and slid in the back, you find a drive, one that is known to hold money on it.
Hmm. How do I know how much money's on it?
So I'll say, for the sake of how like currency operates, everybody has like a small device that can have like USB or whatever version they have. It's obviously would be a bit smaller. Can plug into it to transfer currencies. So you can basically plug it in to check the amount and then click again to transfer it.
Okay. Do I have that on me?
I'll say that you have that on you as you kind of woke up with all your gear.
Okay. I'm gonna plug it in just to check how much is on it.
68 credits.
8
Gold credits.
Okay, let me add my money USB in my inventory real quick. How many people are here? 5?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yes.
So this would be like 13 to 14 per person. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take 14 for myself.
And we could just say that you guys split it up afterwards. What it would be?
Yeah,
a few
one other
13s,
person gets
14.
14.
Okay, and then 13s for the other 3.
13 for the rest. Yeah. You guys can like do like a D20 roll to see who gets the extra gold.
Rolling dice, say less.
Yeah, we're doing a roll off. Who gets that extra gold?
What are we rolling? Just a D20?
I lost.
Yeah, just roll a D20.
Got you.
Got you. Fuck you guys.
Oh, fuck you.
All right. Oh, specimen gets the
Yeah,
extra gold,
douche.
and then everyone else gets 13.
All right.
Dang.
And with that, we'll go to Goran here. As you, Goran and Tongue Lock.
Yeah, you can let Tongue Lock go first. He's already in for it.
Okay.
I was just gonna start searching. Actually, you know what? I see this computer. I'll start going through the computer.
All right.
There's terminal.
All right. You go to the terminal and you notice that it is slightly damaged and a lot of the information is corrupted, but there are some things that aren't. Like in very few amounts, basically.
Yeah.
Just searching through the terminal.
Yeah. One second. Where does feet go? Why can't I find it? Just had it. I'm sorry. I just had it. I wanna take out my arcane slate and take the 10 minutes and see if and how I can fix the terminal at all. See what I can recover from it, if I can fix it.
Okay. Is there a check with that?
No.
Okay.
It just takes 10 minutes of time.
Okay, yeah, just remind me if I forget to get back to you. But while you're doing that, we'll go to Goran.
All right.
For sure.
I'll say.
So just gonna walk over here because that's kind of one of the first things that caught Gorham's eyes. He scanned into the room as he was kind of stuck.
All right.
I was gonna say over here, if I happen to have like noticed or felt the like shockwave of the fireball down here, that was just gonna make me stumble and knock into this middle table.
Yeah, I'll say you do so.
That's all that was. And then I'm just gonna walk over here and try to investigate.
Okay. Yeah, you open up the chest. There's no investigation needed.
Okay.
As you're looking inside here, you see more of the familiar kind of stim-packed shaped injectable drugs, ones that you were offered at the main base, the prison that you were at.
All right.
You see 1 brain kick, 3 beef up, and 2 wowza.
I'm just gonna scoop all of that.
I'll just copy paste that. And alongside that, there's another drive in here.
Okay. Is it a money one? Does
It appears to be a money one, yeah.
all right. So I'll pick that up and then just toss it in the bag and just continue to kind of work the way down the room as time goes.
All right. Yeah, I'll say as you're working around the room, make an investigation check.
All right. Four.
He's legally blind.
Okay. You just make note of all the medical tools like drills and saws and scalpels and scissors, and also on the shelves here look to be like dozens of jars, glass jars with what looks to be parts of creatures.
Got it. All right. I'm just gonna kind of be pondering, just staring, trying to, rack the brain, see if anything pops up.
All right. I'll say that's what you see for now with your check. All right.
That'll be it.
All right. And then we'll just say for now we'll go back to tongue lock here real quick. Well, not real quick, but we'll say 10 minutes has passed as everyone is doing the other things too. And you're just able to, because there's no check, but it just automatically repairs it, or there's just a random chance. I'm just wondering the specificities of it.
It tells me how and if I'm able to fix it. It only works for smaller things, so it's more so like the hard drives or data storage, whatever.
Okay.
But it just after the 10 minutes, my slate will tell me how, if possible, to fix it. So there's a chance I can't fix it at all anyway.
So in this universe, there's going to be some fun words for technology because I'm not going to know or name actual computer parts or technology. So you notice that the gym bag frame is damaged.
The gym bag frame.
The gym bag frame is something that's typically located under buildings and will be quite difficult to attend to in a short time period, unless someone had burrowing speed. Alongside that, mainly it's the gym bag frame. Seems to be interrupting the signal transfer.
Go neat. You know what's funny about that? I've got burrowing speed.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it.
But I ain't gonna do all that right now. That's too much. I was just trying to get the info, but if the fucking gym Bob's frame broken, that's gonna be a big fix. So I'll just get what I can.
Okay, so from what you can get, you notice as you're like scrolling and doing your tablet, you look on the on the screen and there's a sticky note that says vault code 4829, and it says, "Do not let Resh know I wrote this down. He's still twitchy after losing a digit in the pod lockup."
He doesn't know where
Well,
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
I don't think
He's
we have
like,
to worry
"What?"
about Rush, but I can take this code back to that vault me and that weird fucking specimen was trying to open. and I'm gonna start heading like that way.
Wait,
I don't know how
which
far
is
I
weird.
get, but-
He knows he destroyed the keypad.
That is
is
very
true.
true. You did destroy
There's
the
no way
keypad.
for us to input the code.
So you're probably
Don't worry
walking
about
over
it.
worried, like, oh fuck, I destroyed the keypad.
Don't worry about it, because you know what? I can figure out how to fix the keypad.
Okay, all right.
That's all
so-
I have to do is fix the keypad, and then after that, we're good to get in. Because the
So
door
I'll
is
check
still
it.
in good shape.
I'll check in here. You're heading back to the other two.
Yeah.
Leatrice and Goran, what do you guys want to do? Or are you guys, do you have any movement you want to make? Well, basically, Tonguelock's going to join these guys unknowingly that they're already inside.
I don't give a crap about any of this in here, so I'm just going back to staring at the specimen in the tube.
Okay.
I'm gonna go look at these monitors.
You see them fucking scrap the fuck out.
You see the tablet is scrapped and destroyed.
I stole the antenna.
terminal has an antenna taken off of it, and there's an error code now displaying on it.
Oh, I wonder who did this.
Destroying everything in their. It's pulling out like specific keys, like B and H.
Hey, I'm destroying stuff to make
Smart
new
on.
things. It's rebirth. I'm a monk. It's all about rebirth.
There's a
Technically.
space bar missing on the.
Who just takes a fucking spacebar and runs with it?
For some reason, the screen's cracked. There was no use for it at all.
Oh shit.
I bet this was the rat.
Hey, you can't assume that. You don't know
Hey,
me.
you don't know I said that.
I do, but he doesn't.
That's true. That's true.
All right. So I'll go to you, Goron, here. Yeah, you walk back up, and the Sephi turns around and puts its fingers kind of end like tentacles, and it has fewer digits. And it puts its hands on the glass and looks at you and kind of crooks its head.
I put my hands up on the glass to have it just on top of its hands.
Please, free me. You hear in your head.
Receiving that, he turns around, starts looking to see if there's any kind of container to hold liquid in.
I see what you're thinking. You kind of feel like movement in your head as it talks. Like it distracts you from your current thought and brings you back, and you kind of see
Yeah.
like the image of the Sephi's blank, like obscured plasmatic face. I do not need liquids to survive. I am trapped within them. Just free me, and I need to feed.
That being said, I kind of look left, look right again, left again, and then just turn and smash the tusk into the side of the tank.
All right, make an attack roll.
Oh no, for table.
All right,
Got
roll
it to it.
damage.
I mean,
As you
it's a
attack the
straightforward.
stationary object in front of you. All right. You smash and break this glass as this tinted fluid kind of drips down this, like, it looks like highlighter blue, like an icy, and it kind of drips across the room past your feet. And the Sephi, like, when it was kind of like floating in the liquid, it now shrinks and kind of falls limp-ish to the bottom.
I reach in to scoop them up.
All right. You
I'm
scoop him up.
gonna jump when he smashes into the
Yeah.
the thing and say, "Well, I don't think it was the rat anymore."
Huh?
And you're
Still
cradling
reaching,
the
not
Sephi.
looking.
Yeah. the Sephi looks with its non-existent eyes and face, kind of stares through you. I need to feed ether, please.
I remember we had some of that somewhere. I'm gonna do a memory recall. See if I can remember.
Make an intelligence check. Let's see, can you?
Did you just
Intelligence, sorry. There we go. Aha! 17.
You know that the ship is powered by wellspring ether, so there's definitely stuff in there. You also know that the drone, the little robot, that would actually be in this room somewhere. I'll say that it's in the vault with you two.
interesting placement?
I know where we can go. I pick them up. They just walk out.
Oh, you're going for the ship?
Yep.
Okay. Oh god. Okay. All right.
Next.
Yeah. So Leatrice, you see him. I'm assuming because you jump and turn around and see him.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll say that tongue lock. You'd probably make note too that you hear the crash. And you see Goran taking this Effie, and he's like rushing and running outside. And with that, me and Sam waiting will get to continue looting.
Dude, that's what I'm like. They're fucking going through life changes. We're just fucking going through boxes. That's us in every campaign, honestly.
Look, last campaign, you were the water freaks, not me.
So we're dressed up as like Dirtbag Dave or whatever that meme is right now. I'm gonna look over Spessa and be like, guess it's time for us to move on. And I guess it's sort of not expedite, but like not have to loot every single thing. I want to open and look this one, and then I kind of want to check out these. I would see them as devices, maybe. I don't know. I can't tell what they are. Right
We didn't loot
here. These two.
one.
This and then these two. Yeah. Okay. In this one that you loot, you find what looks to be nades. Basically, they're grenades. They're called nades. You see 4 shrapnel nades and 2 branded napalm nades. And those are items, homebrew items. You can add.
Okay. I'm gonna yell over.
And they're
this.
branded. They're literally they're like very simple, like in design, like just gray metal, but they have like in massive caps letters like shrapnel nade, napalm nade, with the apostrophe before the end.
Oh, I feel like there's an ad gonna pop up out of that box.
I'm gonna make sure Spessa has. I'm gonna call for his attention. Be like, hey, big guy, look over here. You ready? And I'm gonna like sort of like. No, I'm not gonna say that because I know what will come from that. I'm gonna toss one by one the 4 shrapnel nades to him.
Okay. And what do you do when you see him tossing these nades at you?
Well, now I have to try to catch them so I don't blow up.
I take enough space in between them. Like I want to like toss one, him catch it, toss the other. Like I'm just
Okay.
like
I don't.
I'll say-
think I've seen nades before.
Okay. So he's just basically tossing you a metal object, and you're like, oh. Yeah. So make a dex check as you attempt to catch these.
Shit.
I apologize in
That
advance.
one.
Oh no! Oh no!
This is what happens. Okay? you have long claws, okay, and sometimes they get caught on things or pins and other things. So these function like typical grenades. You pull the pin, and then there's the safety lever. You release the lever, then it counts down and explodes, or it already basically started. Either way. So right now, you fumble the first one he throws, the shrapnel, and as you catch it with your nail, and it kind of spins on your nail, and the nail pulls, and the shrapnel grenade falls onto the ground right in front of you. Pulled and safety lever engaged or unengaged.
I'm
What
gonna
do you,
yell,
what do you
"Oh
guys
fuck!"
both do in the next 6 seconds?
Okay, you don't know what nades are. Run! Just fucking
And they're
run!
right next to these things too. Oh fuck!
Just run!
Oh my god. Okay, So with your movement, the door is open, so you can move your full movement that you can. In
Okay, I'm getting out this bitch.
6 seconds, which is a full turn.
Do I hear them screaming run?
I would
Both
say
would
that.
I be
I would say you would, yeah.
I'm
Holy
gonna
shit,
turn
this is
around
actually crazy.
and make
Run!
sure
I did hear.
tongue lock heard that too.
Yeah, where would I be at this point? Because I am actively walking towards that room.
Oh, I forgot you were meeting up with them too. That's my bad. I would say you would have been in the doorway seeing that happen. So
And you
as
heard the
they're
yell
like
run.
running out, like you just entered as the pin, you hear the pin get pulled, and he drops it next to these fucking basically fusion cells. Sorry, you don't know that.
Yeah, I'm dashing. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Wait, fusion set. Oh my.
So, Tongalok, what do you do in your 6 seconds here? As you see that they've made their movement, you have 6 seconds here to do your movement.
We ran past his ass. He's still wondering.
Sorry,
I might have just ended
do
the
I
campaign.
see
You guys
the
have
grenade?
thought of other characters, right? No, I'm just kidding.
I should be like right near the ship by now, on the ship.
No. That was 6 seconds of movement.
I'm just
Yeah,
thinking of
watch out, though.
I'm just thinking of
I
thermal
left.
imploder.
No,
right now.
no, you're good. Yes, my bad. You are you're chilling. You probably had the right idea, even though you didn't know.
Yeah, I used my full 70 feet of movement to get the fuck out.
And there were
Using a
other
second action
containers
for
in the front
rage.
of them.
Just fuck this.
You're raging, okay? And then
Nobody would do
Smart,
what?
and then tongue lock. What would you like to do?
And I see the grenade.
You do see the grenade.
Okay.
It dropped right here.
It dropped right there.
I probably dropped the like other two shrapnels because I have the fucking the two napalms, but I was.
Oh my god, yes. So, yeah. No. Because I did specify that was the first one that you threw. I did
Yeah.
specify that. So I would say you'd still have the other ones.
Okay, I was just making sure I didn't drop them, and we just made a chain event of things. That...
Literally, the
I
first
mean,
thing
you wanna
you
roll?
threw, he grabs it with his nail and then rips the.
Wait, by the way, if this is based off actual names, it's actually very difficult to do. You actually
Yeah.
need strength behind it to pull the pin.
It's like you need like alien nails to do such a thing. Okay, tongue lock. You
Yes.
see the grenade.
Yes.
You hear me yell run, and you see us run. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's only 3 feet. I'm gonna run as well. Because I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Well, I feel guy making here.
All right, you can make your movement.
Yeah. I'm just.
Oh.
I get about there.
I'm also going to
Oh.
Misty Step an extra 30 feet. I'm trying to get the fuck out of there.
Oh right, I can cloud hop. That's only 15 feet, but now I'm here.
You fuckers.
All right. Dusty.
All right.
No.
I eat these.
So, I'm gonna make some rolls here. I want to get like a dice to roll in front of everybody, but I'm trying to remember how to. I guess I can spawn in a dice. I thought I did
Yeah,
that.
you can pull dice. There should be some behind the DM screen.
Well, like a D20.
Yeah, it's like the new layout. Like, I don't know what it is.
You can spawn them in on those on the tables.
Yeah, but then you can't like move them off, from what I know, unless. I know. Here, let
Yeah,
me.
there should be bags on the DM page. And if you don't have any bags, then you can click the objects thing up at the top and pull dice from a bag in there.
That's where I pulled it from. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yes. Oh damn.
Oh, dang it.
They don't have D100s.
Oh,
Alright,
shit.
that's fine.
Do you want
Alright.
one of us to, or you can just
No, it's fine. We'll do D20s. Okay.
buy D20s?
So, you have to pass. Okay, so DC is 10. 9 or below is a fail. Above, 10 or above is a pass. There will be 3 rolls. If you fail twice, there will be a horrible, catastrophic explosion. Okay. First
Yeah.
roll.
No.
No modifiers.
Yeah.
Fail.
No.
Second roll. Oh my god, I'm actually nervous.
Yes, let's go.
Nat 20.
Okay,
With
but
a
nat
nat
20 's
20, you'll have an advantage on in this next roll
Okay, I'm scared.
because you got a nat 20.
Ah!
Oh my god.
My God.
Please.
Holy shit.
Okay.
That was crazy. Okay. That was epic. Okay. So, it's still going to explode, but it's not going to be as insane. So, as the 6 seconds go by and you guys are all rushing out, and you hear like an implosion, like basically you hear the grenades. The grenade explodes, sending shrapnel, and you hear shattering glass, and then an implosion sound, and then an expanding sound after that. As all of you guys in here, Dusty, Tonguelock, and Specimen make strength saves.
Great.
I have advantage on it.
Strengths.
4.
Yeah. 24. Let's go.
16.
All right, Tonguelock, you're pushed back and slammed into the wall, and you take 8 bludgeoning damage.
I'm so sorry, Tonguelock.
And Dusty, with a 16, is also still a fail for this horrifying
Oh!
explosion. And you slam into this corner, and you take 9
500
bludgeoning damage.
There's me.
And Specimen, you are able to stabilize yourself and hunch to the ground.
I'm gonna try to stand up. I'm gonna give out like a cough, spit out a little bit of blood.
Where's loot?
Look
Let's
over.
just say you guys are lucky that you are as far as you are.
That's a grenade, Specimen. That makes a big boob.
And your son was to toss it?
I forgot about the low intelligence thing. I thought you'd be more
I'm gonna
dexterous,
kind
I
of
guess.
pull myself back up and just look at Dusty. Please tell me you don't have any more of those.
I'm just gonna. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that either. Holy shit. I'm just gonna sort of pull them out and show the 3 shrapnels. And this is what I was gonna do. And then I take the 2 napalms, and like you know how like Duke Nukem style characters like have the grenades like on their like straps. Like I want to put like the 2 napalms grenades on my straps.
Okay.
Oh.
For almost blowing my ass up, you better give me some of them shrapnels.
Yeah. I'm just gonna carefully, like, I'll pull out Tonguelock's hand in front of me and like put him in his hand, make sure none of the fingers are. just.
Careful.
Yeah.
Careful.
Do we see smoke coming from the room?
You look behind you, and you can't even see through anything. The entire room is full of dust and smoke. But it's strange blue and pink gaseous smoke.
You know what? I wonder. Does Tonguelock have any reaction to us in our hats and our new boots and shirts?
I don't know. Tonguelock, you see them sporting Brass Cartel branded hats.
Is this normal Brass Cartel wear? Or is this like something like that obviously like not great?
Like not legit.
Yeah. That's the word I was going for.
Make an intelligence check with advantage because you're associated with them.
Uh, 10.
They are unfortunately real. You know that they've been making some budget cuts and not caring as much about the cosmetics.
As he's handing me the last grenade, I'm gonna grab the hat off of his head. You should take the rest of it off too.
I'm only wearing the hat, so you took my merch.
I like
Well, I'll say it's a specimen
I wanted the
behind
pants
him.
too. There was other merch in there.
I mean, to be fair, I mean there was those two devices. Maybe this will come into part. Maybe it don't. Cause I don't know if I've ever tried that in character. My dust tech thing helps me breathe and even with trace amounts of oxygen. So like, if there's no like obvious flames, I want to go like back in and like try to. You said there's like a blue glow now, or pinkish blue glow.
It's like a pink and blue kind of pulsing glow throughout the smoke.
I
And
don't.
as you walk in,
Oh, shit.
immediately make a con save.
Okay.
It's not from what you're breathing, but all of your exposed
Yeah.
skin begins to sting.
Before anything else
Nat
explodes, can I
20.
just cast Cure Wounds
Nat
on
20.
me?
Okay. For now, you're going to be taking half damage, but every 6 seconds you're going to take some radiant damage being exposed.
So I'm just gonna try my best I can to make over to what I don't know is the fusion cores, which is what I was gonna look at originally, and see if they're
Mhm.
any amount intact, or if even repairable intact. I guess.
Yeah, make an investigation check. And you take 1 radiant for that.
Okay.
6 seconds.
You said investigation.
Yeah.
17.
There are really the only thing of use is traces of wellspring ether pooling on the ground after the explosion, but the entire device is basically obliterated besides the base.
Did Sage? Sage is our friend, right? Our robot friend.
Yeah.
Did she or did they give us any like tools to extract ether, or do we just have to get her?
So you may not have been, you were there in the group, but Sage did harvest it before with like a vacuum device.
Okay. So is she still waiting at the door, or did she leave?
I would say she flew out for now, but you could call her back in, surely.
I was gonna say, because she was in the room with us.
But she would have evacuated.
True.
It's funny she's a she just because it's her name's Sage.
And she's
That's a
definitely
robot.
much faster than we are.
And she probably seen Guron run out with the Cephaly, or Cephaly, I believe they're called, right?
The Sephi, yeah.
Cephi. She didn't even come in after seeing that. I don't know. Someone called her. I'm gonna yell to Specimen, go get Sage. Maybe she can extinguish. I don't know.
My new merch. Go get Sage.
And I'm gonna like sadly like look at the rest of the containers, see if there's anything salvageable.
Okay, I will go with your 17. And you look through and like some like tiny tears of the burnt merch and stuff kind of appear in your eye. I don't mean to assume that you're gonna cry, but I think it's funny if you are.
I think it's like mustard gas, and I'm kind of depressed right now.
I went with new clothes.
Like your hair's slowly singeing off, and
Do you know
so you're kind of sorting through.
how difficult it is to find clothes that can fit me?
True.
But you open up one of the other chests, and they had what looked to be Brass Cartel joggers.
Damn.
They are singed and wrinkled and small, and but you can tell that they were like a drop crotch jogger from 2016.
Oh god. Okay, maybe it's good that they fucking burn.
They got flat brass joggers. Okay. And as you kind of peer through, it looks to be that there's a drive at the bottom that was shielded by the joggers,
I'll grab
but
it.
it looks damaged.
That's something I could work on. Does it seem to be a cred stick?
It does.
I'm gonna grab that, and after I'm
And
done,
I'll say there's nothing else that you find salvageable.
yeah, I'll wait at the doorway, sort of be like, "Well, guys, I apologize. That was not so smooth of me to do. That could have ended badly."
And as you say that, Sage comes up, flies in. You needed my assistance?
Yeah, we had a major oopsie, and hopefully I will take full blame in case the Federation wants to come down on me for this mission. The room's sort of
blew the fuck up. What seemed to be some sort of cores, they're no longer salvageable unless there's something you could do, but there seems to be ether extruding throughout the room if you'd like to collect that.
I can certainly do so, but please be advised that the Federation does not care deaths, destruction, or anything else that occurs on the planets as long as you come back with my information to be delivered to them. They care not much for these small details in the vast scheme of all the planets they scan. They just want to see what kind of planets they might want to, well, use. But I will definitely relay the information of this building, this group, part of the Brass Cartel, those scumbags.
I feel like that was pointed at me.
Bro's just dripped
And,
out.
And Sage flies in, and you hear some.
Sig vacuum.
I was able to absorb a small amount of wellspring ether. If it was delivered, we will now be up to 52% capacity in the battery.
Okay.
That's a 2% increase. It appears there was a catastrophic reaction when the wellspring ether batteries were damaged by a combustible material, especially on a high oxygen planet. It is lucky that you are not all dead.
Yeah, that seems to be the case right now. It was a misjudgment.
I forgot this planet has higher oxygen.
Yeah. Oh, as you sort of see me singed. Hey, what's the chef's name again? Or the chef machine? The food machine?
So, the food machine. That's so funny. I never knew that. It's called. So, okay, it wasn't established. The machines are called food givers. Very creative name. The company name is All Foods, and the two subsidiary companies that make food and drink are Good Food and Good Drink.
I feel like there might
There's a few
be
names.
copyright infringement coming your way.
Okay, so there's good food and good drink, Sage, but does that machine give out good alcohol?
That machine can produce alcohols, yes, but there is a restriction based on body size.
Ah, that's bullshit.
When deployed on missions.
Ah, smart. I guess I'll live with that. Oh, fuck. I'm just sort of hurting from hitting the wall. Well, I guess we should catch up with the rest of them. Well, I guess we should catch up with the rest of them. Holy shit, I think I'm playing Hagane.
I'm just gonna swagger off real quick. I'm in pain from the earlier fight and the shockwave, but I'm just gonna swagger off in my clothes. My new hat and shirt.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back to the ship for momentarily.
All right. So, assuming is Tunnel Lock, are you exiting as well?
Yeah.
All right. All right. And you guys are all walking back to the ship.
I don't know, something like that's gonna just have to fucking happen.
As we walk back to the ship, I'm sort of just gonna look over at the new guy and be like, "Were you just a layered arrival on this mission?"
I don't think so. Not even quite sure where the fuck I am.
Well, where did you fucking come from? Or where did you fucking come from? Hey,
I awoke on the ship.
you were on the ship the whole time, eh?
I was apparently in one of those pods.
You actually never searched the ship?
Well, you picked a bad day to wake up, pal. Because we're on a mission we might not even come back from.
Fuck. My first day, I almost get fucking nuked.
We are pretty much indentured servants to the Federation currently.
Are any of you guys feds?
Fuck the feds.
I'm running away from them. Well, tech not right now, but yes.
I am one
What
of.
about the other two?
Well, here's the thing. We don't know that much about each other, but my name is Dusty Romanov, and I am one of the highest had bounties in this side of the universe, and that's what led me here today.
They didn't consider me their property, and I didn't like that, so I left.
Where are you from, Dusty? You got like 3 different accents.
Well, here's the thing. It's a long fucking story. See, you should have met the old me. There was many more accents. I come from another realm. Do you remember what the realm was called from that old campaign?
Olos.
I'm from a realm called Olos. It's from a distant galaxy. I was chosen by my order to live a new life in life again under their dime.
I'm gonna pretend I know what you said.
Yes.
Small one speaks in riddles.
Also, who the fuck beat the shit out of like the computer tablets and shit by that fucking chair?
You see, I needed those pieces. Don't worry, I got some of the information off the working one beforehand. I don't remember because it seemed like almost 2 weeks ago since I got the information. But
You just like randomly take a space bar? The space bar is
I took a couple different things. As you see me sort of pull out my tools. See, it's not licensed yet. I honestly learned about it on the tube of the online internet. I learned how to make these tools, and now I can make very helpful objects for me, myself, and my friends. And hopefully you are one of my friends.
That depends. Are you gonna try to kill me?
As I sort of look down at his book, and I'm like, I have not a disdain for wizards, but I am more cautious of them. And in another life, one tried to kill me after pretending he was my friend for a very long time. He made me get all these items, and it was bad all around.
Just going to button. Quick, so he just tried to toss a round ball at me. Didn't tell me what it was. It blew up. That's what blew up.
So he tried to kill all of us.
Nah, not really. He's just very bad at catching. He's got small brain.
You got a small brain.
I have inhibitor chip. Like I said, I was considered Federation property. They don't like us running away.
I am property to no one, technically, but I work under the dime of the order.
You are Federation property right now, too.
See, this regime that they hold, things like this, they don't last forever. They get powerful, they grow higher, and then they crash and burn. I've seen it happen many times again in many different scenarios. There's only so much time before there's faults in their lives, before the blight takes over for us all. You're aware of the blight, no?
No.
Well, I'm going to share some information that I'm going to read off my monitor. So there's, from what I know, it's kind of rocky. So if the guy in our head, he can correct me. But there's there's the blights that are coming for this world. It does not long for this world. It's a sickness and it spreads. Some, they work with you. Most, they work against you and will destroy this world in given time. But if you're ever interested in the Order of the Second Dusk, we believe in the prophecy of the Blight of Decay, and that there will be a new world where anyone living under the Order, we will all live frivolously under this blight.
at this point, he's gonna see my patch. I'm wearing a Chrome Communion patch.
Oh shit! If you're Chrome Communion, I forgot to mention that you would start with 2 cybernetics, so you can pick another one out.
I will do that.
Me, what do I like these people? Are they bad people to me?
So, it's kind of up to you to decide the relations between the faction you made and them, but the Chrome Communion are, from what I remember, I can always check too. It's just been a minute since
I guess it'll be more up to him, because here's how it is basically for the Dusk, is that they're open to anybody, because they're basically trying to convert everybody for the world to succeed. So
So the Chrome Communion, like a lot of people don't like them just because of their kind of obsession with becoming like machine. A lot of them think they don't have humanity, but others praise them for their practicality and logic.
Oh, so yeah, my people would probably like you because it would give an easier means to an end to convert you to basically what we are. So even if I see the patch, I'm not gonna think better or worse.
I think it's a double-edged sword for you because I feel like just because of the knowledge that's within the communion, there would also probably be a lot of spellcasters, just based off of what I know about your background.
see, true. I guess you don't know this. Basically, how I see it is, I'm just, even though I just said I'm a pawn and know what, I really am a pawn for the people I work for, and it's all a means to an end. So it's not necessarily, I'm not put off by them. It's just mostly that I had a bad taste in my mouth because something that happened in my character's past. But like, I wouldn't think of you too much differently. It's just like a tinge, kind of like how I guess you didn't see Poe. My other character had like PTSD. It's like that, but not so in depth. It's just a slight remembrance of what happened before.
But yeah, now that you like take a closer look at me, looking at my form, like my joints have like, I don't really know exactly what to call them, but they have like these little, like, they kind of look like fidget spinners, just like hanging off of like my elbows and my knees. This is part of my limb enhancements. So I use these things to amplify my attacks and also increase my movement speed and jumping distances, that kind of stuff. And my fingers also have like really small like wheels on each joint too. So I'm very much so like hybrid.
So as Dusty sort of sees this and like sees all your bells and whistles, he just takes a look and goes like, I see you two have undergone the changes. None, I don't know the word for it. I just went through a massive explosion, but it's not that you are not natural, but it's not organic. But I am one with change as well. I, too, organically changed. I am not the person I was, and even seeing you as a magic caster, although it strikes a bit of fear, it gives me some joy in my heart knowing that the memories haven't faded. Because that's been my problem recently, but it's all means to an end. I'm just doing what I have to. And as long as you don't plan on killing me, I do not plan on killing you.
As long as you're not Federation.
The Federation, they can burn for all I care.
Let it out
Just
that
looking at
part
these,
that
I was
Sage
just
says.
looking at these mods, dude, holy shit.
Oh, the cybernetics.
Dude, the durable mod, I could have like a 28 AC with that thing.
Are we like talking in the ship at this point?
No, we're actually now is a good time to go back to Goran, who is already on the
Oh,
ship. So
true,
you guys,
true.
have been talking basically on your stroll back to the
I
ship.
want to see how Gordon reacted to the explosion.
Well, like I said, Goron picked up the Sephi and he was on a mission. He was headed straight to the ship. So I'm not sure exactly where I was in the trek to the ship when the explosion happened.
6 seconds after you left the building.
No. So I probably heard it, but I probably just shrugged it off and just kept marching because like I'm on a mission. So I got back to the ship and this thing told me he was hungry. So I'm not sure what over here contains the ether that he needs, but I bring him up here. I said eat, and I like showed him and I let him do his thing.
All right. The Sephi, as soon as you enter the room and open the door, the Sephi like floats out of your grasp if you let him, and flies over, and its tentacles kind of wrap around the glass tube that is containing the wellspring ether energy that's kind of pulled
Is it bad? I kind of don't want him to pull a goal.
to blow more strongly as they are supposed to. You may not have seen them before, but it's been very faded, like almost gray, like barely any color, but very quickly you see the lights, kind of like bioluminescence with pink and bright blues flashing and lighting up as its form kind of emboldens and stops hunching over. But it's doing that for like about 5 minutes right now.
I was gonna say, seeing that, my face kind of like lights up, and I go, "I open. Need more."
I have enough. Thank you.
Okay. All right. And then, for a little bit of a flavor, on the way to the ship, I kind of tried to communicate. I wanted to find out what was like most comfortable for the Sephi to ride, like wrapped around a tusk, kind of sitting in the crook of like the trunk.
I would. What would your character think about this creature finding comfortable? Is what kind of what you're asking.
Yeah,
Right?
like
I guess that's
was
up to you. What you would
trying
decide.
to communicate to let him like know that
Oh.
he can do what he wants to, like, you know, I'm his steed, I guess.
I appreciate your good nature. You are a kind soul in this vast universe of death and darkness and a growing sickness. But no, I am not in need of a steed or a servant. My kind never has such, for we are our own steeds, and we serve each other.
And join crew partner.
I appreciate the invitation, but I am not long for the land. I must return to my kin in space.
Bring him.
But I will make note of your presence and your actions. Goran, even if you hadn't said the name, it knows your name.
Okay.
Goran, Big Al, as they call you, yes?
Yeah.
And I don't think you've ever even mentioned that, but it knows.
Okay.
We
I'm
will
just, like, entranced.
remember you. And I will leave you with a parting gift. And it hands you... There it is. It pulls inside its chest and it like conjures an item. You see this perfect glass sphere with swirling bright blue and bright pink inside, like a magic orb kind of with smoke inside the sphere. And it's very small. It's like a little gumball, I'll say. Hands it to you. and bows to you.
I take it and I tuck it quickly inside the flap of my shirt. Safe, always.
May you have better luck now. And the Sephi, oh,
You
go
too.
ahead. I will tell the others. Perhaps we can aid you in the future if we see your ship.
Okay.
And the Sephi then goes into more of like an ethereal, ghostly state, like the ghost figures, and flies through the ship's ceiling and disappears.
And I just turn and go sit on the couch.
And you
TV's
don't
on.
know the and you don't know the item, but you can add a stone of good luck
Okay.
to your inventory, and it will not be attuned yet. But obviously your character doesn't know what it is.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And then with that, after that interaction, the rest of the crew, you guys are now able to enter the ship. But I'll say, as you guys are walking to the ship, you see the Sephi fly above the hole, like into the sky.
At least that ended well. You guys, I know it's been a long day. I have an idea, and I want to give you guys an opening gift for our first half mission. Well done. And with the good food, would you consider the food thing specifically a major or a minor AI?
Minor.
Okay. I'm going to
God.
I'm going to walk up to the good food machine, and I'm assuming my hack pack, like, it's maybe got, like, with what I can build, like, I could maybe there's like a USB thing that I can plug in this, like, stuff. Like, I feel like that makes sense, like, along with the wiring thing. But that's, like, completely up to you. But I want to look for a way to put my maybe it's even like a black hat type deal. Like, I want to put it up to the good food machine and be like, well, Sage, I'm sorry. I might be breaking a rule here, but if you understood the day we had, you understand. And I'm going to try to access the perimeters of, like, the amount of alcohol they'll let, and try to order a gallon of generic vodka.
Okay.
And as I'm tinkering, I sort of want to say to the group, I'm going to make you guys a drink that I would enjoy back on my homeland.
As you attempt to hack into it, make your D20 roll with proficiency.
Okay. So that would be a 14.
Okay, you're able to access a piece of code that adds a restriction, and it's actually like a really long code of analysis, like based on body weight and species. That basically figures out how much alcohol it'll allow to dispense to each individual, and that code can be deleted.
I do like a little swipe around, I delete the code, I order a gallon of generic vodka, and then I would like to also, this is a callback to the other campaign as well, since I'm sure it seems like it can make generic slimy version of anything, so as the mixer, I'm going to type in cactus nectar.
Okay. It the machine rumbles, and out pops 6 glasses, equaling the gallon of vodka, like tall jars. But they're plastic containers with the vodka, and then after that comes another container with a green liquid.
Back with my old party, we come to drink this in very dire scenarios and situations. Back in the heat of the desert, it saved us numerous times, and it seemed I've gained a liking for it. What were you saying? Sorry.
Before or after you try killing everybody.
See, I know I messed up here, but where I'm from, we were deemed heroes. We saved the realm, and even then, it wasn't enough in the end, but the peace withstands, and for that I'm proud. And as I'm like explaining to him, I'm sort of pouring the drinks and mixing them, and I'm gonna sort of hand them out to everybody and sort of raise the glass and offer a toast and be like, to a new beginning that we were given, and hopefully we will see the other side of. And just sort of raise a toast.
What I feel like this would just end up being a drink like a screwdriver.
All right, and with that, as you guys all raise your glasses, that will be the end of the session.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, the session can't go well without at least 2 large explosions.
And alcohol.
Yeah.
I would write for who I'm mentioning this to maybe remind me. I'll try to write it down too. Goran, you have one of the discs that drives, and then also Dusty, you have a like a damaged drive.
Yes. So right now I wrote down, I just put custom item Nautilus shell, drive, and then I got the gun as well.
Okay, cool.
And I have a Morningstar plus 1.
So I never checked it. I don't know what the balance is. It's just some piece of metal I tossed in my bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't check it, so you don't know how much it's worth, but you do have it.
I don't know what it is. I just grabbed it.
It could be worth 1 sock, it could be worth 1 million babes. You never know.
All right.
3 socks and a fat cock.
I was hoping for maybe fuel. I'm not sure how much is left.
That's very true. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I didn't specify how much is left, so I will write these down. Okay.
Like,
Now-
I just love how we came there for the fuel, and the one thing we do is blow up the fucking fuel.
That's true.
And then we have another person that just siphons the majority of our fuel. Probably the majority. We don't know how much.
I don't know. It was hungry. It needed food. I get food.
The session was just fucked up in so many ways.
That was so funny. That was the worst thing that could happen in that room.
Dude, it's literally like Guardians of the Galaxy.
After I got a nat 20 to force open a
Groot.
fucking vault door.
Groot's just cosmically fucking up something with some wires somewhere.
Dude, yeah, no, wait, Sam's Groot and I'm fucking Rocket. That's
Wait,
crazy.
Am I
That's
Batista?
literally what happened.
Oh my god, yeah, wait.
The Groot opened
Oh,
the vault
shit.
doors, they managed to get in.
What's his
Rock
name?
comes in, tosses Groot a fucking grenade, and just Groot's just like, oh, what's this? And drops it as the branch catches the.
We fucking Cosmic is Drax. Fucking Sam,
Yeah, yeah.
Sam and Pat are the fucking Groots. Fucking, I almost called you Noah. Holy shit. Fucking Cam is Star-Lord, and I'm just fucking Rocket.
Just standing there. You can't see me.
Honestly, Sage is Gamora. Which catalogically, that means you have to fuck Sage. Cam.
No, never mind. What is Sage?
An
Sage
AI
is an
robot.
AI bot. It's like a
In
little
my
spear with-
imagination, Cortana-esque.
That's what I'm
I
thinking.
have an image of it.
So it,
Or
Is
that-
it
Sage is the
AI?
little bot here.
It's
If
like
they're AI sex bot?
from the iBot from New Vegas.
any bot can be a sex bot if you're brave enough.
See, in
That's
my
true.
mind, I'm thinking like the person within it is like Angel from Borderlands, but like I'm just making headcanons because it's cool.
nice.
Yeah, that's giving Cortana with angel wings.
Dude, it's what we need. Every space piece of media needs like a little relief.
The hot AI.
A little relief AI that's just like says things and helps. And I'm just saying, at our first session, Meat hinted at the fact that we could upgrade her, so we could probably make her more powerful and not just a vacuum. And Google.
I have to work tomorrow, so good night.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
What time you gotta get up?
In about 6 hours.
I got maybe 7. Yeah, I'm with you.
I need to fix my sleeping schedule. So.
At like 6:40.
Yeah.
Peace,
Have a
boys.
good night.
Later, y'all.
guys.
Later.
Why is it always you trying to kill everybody?
Dude, task failed successfully.
What successfully?
Lore development.
Why does it feel like you're always trying to kill me?
Bro, cut your fingernails.
It's part of my body.
I guess true, but still. We got the important shit.
Alright, boys. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been your boy GlumiGames. I'm getting the fuck out of here.